Look who showed up. Look who's back from his world tour.
Guess who's back?
That's right. What's up, buddy?
Finally!
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
What's going on, man?
What's up, man?
It's good to have you back,
Man, it is good to be back.
Yeah, man.
I've been excited. I've been looking forward to this since I touched down in Little Rock again, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Chad is currently out of the country right now. He's enjoying a great time, man. He sent me a couple pictures. I was like, damn. It's looking good, man. Looking good out there. Let's see what's going on out here this morning. Good morning to everybody. What's up, Andy? What's up, Mike? What's up, Joey?
Yo.
What's going on, everybody? Good morning to you.
How you been, man?
Man, I've been good.
Yeah?
Man. Man, it was a good week. We had lots of good folks come in and hang out with us, and that was fun. Yeah, man.
I still tuned in, even though I was out
That's
there.
cool, man.
Tried to say good morning. What's up to everybody?
Well, how did it go, man?
Man, it was that was a lot of fun, man. I'm not even gonna lie. That was a great time.
So you went to 2 different cities, right?
Yeah, so flew out of Little Rock into Columbus, Ohio. I told you I needed to bring all my Michigan stuff, man. I still feel
you still feel
a little just
yeah, it's hard to be in national champion territory.
Very in enemy lines there. Yeah, we showed up. First event was in London, Ohio. It was at a fair festival thing. And, it was cool to see and walk around and see all the different, exhibits. They really like their animals up there for some reason, man.
Yeah.
Really, really.
They had like you said, a petting zoo or something?
Yeah,
Also
when we
known as
showed up,
Speed
they
Dating
were having,
in Ohio.
a rabbit judging competition.
Yeah.
And I was like, how do you judge a rabbit? Which one hops the fastest?
I don't know.
Which one eats a carrot and says, "What's up, Doc?"
I don't know. That's a great question.
I don't know. So, but no, it was fun being up there. Got to see some cool things. Kind of a little bit of a smaller crowd. But, still, very entertaining, very into it and everything. Absolutely. So, yeah, from there, flew off to Minnesota. No, we drove to Minnesota.
Drove?
Yeah,
Okay.
we all loaded up in 2
How long
cars.
was that?
It was 13 hours.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a good ride there.
Yeah, but got up there and we stayed at a Knight's Inn, and not a Knight's Inn with a K, a Knight's Inn with an N.
Okay.
So it was a very homey kind of hotel. Do we have a guest in? I think that might be Wendy.
Okay, well,
I'll
let
go
Wendy
open
come
the door
in.
real quick.
That's just fine. Good morning, everybody. Good morning to you. What's up, Darren? How are you, man? What's up, Brad? Good morning. Good morning.
So, yeah. Come on in, join wherever you'd like.
Here, let me adjust our camera out a little bit here to catch her in here. All right. Slide that like so.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you. He said, "Morning, welcome back, Rich." And
Yes.
said it was fun. Yeah, I was sending in videos on the group chat and things along the way. Just this is what I got to do. And
That's cool.
yeah, I don't ever want to go to Chicago O'Hare Airport again.
Oh, you were so excited to go to
I was, and that excitement very quickly wore off after.
It was that bad?
It was rough, man. It was rough. Thank goodness that my gate where I had to. So I landed, and the gate that I had to go to was only a couple gates down. Mm-hmm. I don't know how their gate system works, but I ended up having to ask for help to walk 5 feet.
Now, is it true that everybody, everybody in Chicago, all the people traveling are all carrying Uzis?
No, I don't think
No, that's
so.
not true.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
I was checking. I'd heard that they all did.
I did, and you'll see it. So I made a little video mashup of some pictures and different things that I took, and we'll probably play it a little later on or something. But
cool. Yeah, let's do that for sure. Hold on. Let's say hi to Wendy. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I am great.
I see you got your motorcycle.
Yeah, I got my motorcycle gear on.
Yeah, I see you. I see you there. How you been?
Pretty good.
Been burning up the road, hadn't you?
Yeah, got me some new ink.
Did you? Oh, look at that now. Look at that now. Did you see that you made a song on the show?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
he told me about
Oh,
it,
did he? Okay.
and so now I'm going to have to listen to
Well,
it.
you'll have to, yeah.
Is it going to be my new favorite song?
I don't know. It may not be.
Well, I like the Dorito song.
Well, I do know that. It's nothing like that. That's for sure. Andy said that O'Hara is huge and absolutely stupid. Little doggy said, I got lost there myself.
So
Try Dallas.
What is it, Brandon, saying that music doesn't play on stream at the start? Which music, man? Are you talking about the second part? The second song that I'm playing? It doesn't play on the stream when we start, or what?
I didn't even see that.
I'm not sure. Well, I see it up there.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
on
I
there.
just saw it, yeah.
So I'm not sure what he's referring to, but we'll figure it out. Well, welcome back, Wendy. Good to see you. So O'Hare was a nightmare.
So, yeah, it was just when we landed, like, we taxied forever. We were just, stuck on the runway, going to the gate, and I was like, are we out for a Sunday drive in the airplane? Like, are we ever going to get to the airport? And then we got in there, and all the gates are weird.
You could have drove the plane there.
I was like, come on, like, put some gas on it. Let's go. I got to catch another flight. You know? You only have so long. And so anyway, so we finally got up to the gate. We got unloaded, and then I got in there, and I'm trying to find my gate. And on my ticket, it says that I need to transfer through, like, gate L3.
Okay.
I'm looking up, and there's, like, gate L1B2, gate L346, and I was like,
Did you lose?
y'all forgot some numbers on my gate thing.
Right.
Yeah. So I finally asked somebody, and they were like, oh, no, it's gate L3. It's right down there between gate 6 and 7.
It's about 2 miles down.
Yeah, exactly. So one interesting thing, and I took a picture of it. You'll see it in the thing that I was telling you later on. I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah.
But in Chicago, they have these cannabis amnesty boxes.
Oh,
where you can
turn it in before you get on the plane?
Yeah, I guess so, or whatever. And I ended up looking it up. Yeah, it's for people that are flying with flour, and, because it's still federal, so it's illegal to fly. And so if you might... Yeah, right. If you may, if you bring some with you and you might happen to get caught at the airport, basically, hey, you can go throw it in this box and it'll turn the other way.
Some dude every day goes to that box and goes, thank you, Jesus.
Right? That's
What I was thinking.
I was like, I've never, ever, A, who's donating their weed? And B, like, how do I sign up to benefit
What do they
that?
do?
Right?
What do they do? We're just going to take it out back and burn it.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah, right.
We got
Exactly.
Yeah, that shit doesn't make it all up to wherever it's supposed to go. It ain't. I assure you of that.
It's kind of like, putting a letter in one of those mailboxes to go to Santa or something. It's not actually going. Yeah,
no, that's about right. Yeah, no, you're right about that. All right, let's.
What are you trying to say? Santa ain't real?
He's not saying that at all.
No.
He just said his mailbox is messed up. Let's get into some news you can use. Let's see. Already I don't like that. Walmart is recalling about 850,000 Ozark Trail water bottles. They say these 64-ounce metal bottles have come off the market because some customers have been hit in the face by the lid. Apparently, people ended up with some problems because these things forcefully eject and can hit you in the eye. A couple people lost vision because of it. So I guess you don't want that. I didn't even know they made metal water bottles. Right. Maybe they're like the kind that you refill, I'm guessing. When they say water,
I would think so, yeah.
I was thinking of the kind you buy in bulk, but this is the kind you put your water in.
Okay.
So, them silver cups, the big ones.
Is that right? Mm-hmm. Well, apparently it'll take your eye out.
Right.
So, like a BB gun. You may have seen a social media post of Ozzy saying, I don't need a doctor to tell me that I'm going to die. I know I'm going to die. Kelly Osbourne slammed the clip. It's AI created. She said, what the F is wrong with you people? Why would you spend your time making a video like this? I said, yeah, he has Parkinson's. Yeah, his mobility is different than it used to be, but he's not dying. What's wrong with you? She also said that the suicide pact between Ozzy and Sharon isn't a real thing. And Sharon said it to get press. She was just being stupid. Says, how stupid can you be to get your ass whooped by a bottle of water? We're too soft and doomed as a country. I don't know, man. Andy, you might be right. I haven't seen how fast these things come off the glove, I mean, it might be going fast. Doggy said, where's Latasha? Yes, she came in one day last week. It was a lot of fun.
Yep.
Luke Shoemaker is one of these people. The Recording Academy extended its annual membership invitations to about 3,600 music professionals, many whom are on the list of invitees. The Recording Academy voting members made up of artists, songwriters, producers, and engineers. they're eligible to vote for the Grammys and take part in the program. So Luke is a Grammy voter now.
Awesome.
And he's going, I believe, to attend the Grammys. So
that's cool, man.
That's pretty
That's
damn
awesome.
isn't it? That's what happens when you become a rock star. You get to do things like that, You hang out, you go fishing with, James from Metallica. You're partying with the guys from 3 Days. I mean, he's just living a life. You know what I mean? It's a good
Be
life
there
to live.
eventually, one day.
Yeah.
We're well on the start.
Yeah, right. No, you're absolutely right. A California woman, the latest person to be inundated with unwanted Amazon packages. She's remaining anonymous. Apparently, she's been getting these faux leather car seat covers for a year now, and apparently that was the address they put on the return address. So I guess they didn't want them back that day.
Right?
Let's see what else is going on.
She should be turning around and selling those for cheaper.
None of this stuff looks interesting. Okay, here you go. A woman back on solid ground after a zip line adventure went wrong. You hate to hear that. You don't want it to go wrong when it's you.
Right.
You don't want it to go wrong when it's you. It's all fun until the zip line stops and you're like, oh, shit. Apparently, Clearwater, Florida Fire and Rescue rescued a woman Saturday. She got stuck on a zip line. The technical rescue team was called in to Empower Adventures Tampa Bay to get the woman down. She was over a body of water, and it was hard to reach her. No word on how long she was stuck, but she was eventually lowered safely. Yeah, that's eventually lowered safely is the problem for me. It took way too long. New storms forced search crews to stop working along the Guadalupe yesterday. Of course, record flash floods since the 4th have already killed at least 132 people. They've got over 170 missing. Officials said the river jumped 26 feet in 45 minutes on the first flood. The fresh rain damaged about 100 houses and triggered some water rescues as well. State and local leaders admit warning systems failed in certain spots. Kirk County doesn't have sirens. Past grant requests for gauges were denied, and many cell phones never buzz. So not sure what the story is on that. Just going to give you the highlights on this. A multi-victim shooting in Lexington about 11:30 yesterday. A gunman shot at a Kentucky State Trooper, actually shot him near the airport, then carjacked a vehicle, went over to Richmond Road Baptist Church where he shot 4 people, 2 of which died, women 72 and 32, and then wounded 2 guys. Police quickly surrounded the church and then smoked him. Lexington Police Chief called the scene devastating. They say that he may have gone to that church particularly because he was affiliated with it or knew people there. There was something personal about it, so it wasn't random, is what they're saying. That's sad.
It is.
That is sad. All right, but big shout out to the people who helped the officer. He thanked a couple people who stopped after he had been shot, who helped him to get help to him because he was just left there, on the side of the road.
Man.
Let's see. Little doggy said, I bet there's a mountain bottle right at Rich's feet that will be tossed in the floor under the table as usual. Yeah, you were catching shit from Andy about your Mountain Dew bottles. He had a lot to say about that. He wasn't real happy about it. He said they kept getting under his feet. He said, you need to clean your damn room. Trump facing major pushback from people after the Justice Department said it would not release more Epstein files. The Attorney General released a memo saying there was no client list. I don't know.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know.
Whatever.
No client list of powerful people involved and no evidence that he blackmailed anyone.
Yeah, whatever.
A lot of people seem to be hot about it. Obviously, one of which is FBI Deputy Director Dan Bongino, who was a talk show guy. He's been out for a few days. He was so mad about it. They speculate he could resign. They don't know. Does it matter? I don't know. In my life, it doesn't really matter as long as gas prices keep coming down.
Right.
Grocery prices keep coming down. The economy keeps getting better. Whatever. Dude's dead. What do I give a
I'm
shit?
waiting for Diesel to come down.
Yeah, it hasn't come down yet.
Shoot, no.
Well, just hang in there. It'll come down. A fast-moving blaze called the Dragon Bravo Fire. That sounds like a good show. Destroyed the 1937 Grand Canyon Lodge and up to 80 other North Rim buildings. It's burned more than 5,000 acres. Gusty winds and whatnot. Fire crews used water bucket drops until a chlorine gas leak at a nearby treatment plant forced them back. They say every staffer and visitor did escape safely. No injuries reported, but will be closed the rest of the season.
I found out while I was up there, Canada's apparently got some wildfires going on
Do
there
they?
too. Yeah.
Really?
I didn't even know. But when I
know.
was in Minnesota, there was we were getting ready to take off, and the lady, it was real just a haze.
Kind of
outside.
hazy.
And she was like, "Oh man, there's the smoke's thick today." And I was like, "Oh, are y'all having wildfires right now?" And she said, "No, but up in Canada they are, and all the wind's blowing the smoke down there."
When we went to Vegas, my wife and myself and our boys,
Yeah.
the mountains there were shrouded in smoke from the wildfire.
Yeah.
On the coast, actually.
Wow.
It was crazy that it was coming that far over, but it was real muggy or smoggy because of it.
Yeah, it's a
crazy,
weird.
isn't it?
That's the first time I'd ever seen anything like that, and I thought, Minneapolis, it's just smog.
I just figured people were lighting cars like that.
Right? Yeah,
It's another riot. Are they rioting today?
Right. Oh, is
It's
it?
a bad riot day? My bad. Let's see. White House advisor Kevin Hassett said over the weekend that the administration is investigating why a planned overhaul of Federal Reserve headquarters has ballooned to $2.5 billion. That's $700 million over budget. The budget chief likened the cost to renovating France's Palace of Versailles. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what you need $2.5 billion for. I mean, come on, man.
I just want the taxes on that.
Right? I know that's right. Officials are also reviewing whether Trump could fire Jerome Powell for cause if mismanagement's found. That's probably what they're looking for. Look, they want this guy out, and I'm going to be honest with you, he should be out.
Yeah.
He should have dropped the rate probably 3 months ago at least, maybe longer. They've held to, it's because of the tariffs. But let's be honest, the tariffs haven't had the impact that a lot of naysayers said they would.
Right.
Matter of fact, I just saw the revenue that we've got this year is unbelievable.
Wow.
It's a lot of money that we're getting from this. I mean, a lot of money.
Well.
So in a matter of, I do believe, if that continues, within the next few years, most of our deficit will probably be wiped out. I mean, truly.
Wow,
it's
that'd
crazy
be,
how much. It was I think we'd already taken in $27 billion
Really?
this year in just
tariff money? Wow.
In just tariff money.
Well, hey.
Yeah, and so if you remember, everybody was screaming that everything was going to go up so high, but it hasn't.
It didn't,
Maybe a few things may have gone up, but honestly, most everything's gone down. So the interest rate should be down. But, his concern was, with the tariffs, if we lower it, could cause inflation. But nobody's buying that anymore.
Yeah. Everybody's
look, you every time you lower that rate, you do great justice to the housing market.
Yeah.
And yes, I'm biased. I'm a real estate agent. I like selling houses, but people like buying houses and owning houses too. And sometimes when those rates are a little higher, they get hesitant. So, lowering that rate is huge to stimulate the economy in a big, big way.
Speaking of which, I hear congratulations are in order. You're not the only beam that's a realtor.
Oh, that is true. My wife is now a realtor.
I
She
saw
sure
that,
is.
man. So I wanted to, say congrats to them.
Well, yeah, thank you. She's been working very diligently on that. She's doing a lot of stuff still, kind of getting ready and learning all the ropes. And, there's so much more to it than people think, especially if you're going to do it the right way. You don't want to be one of these jerky realtors out there or one of these people who don't know what they're doing and lead people astray.
Right.
Because it can be a big challenge. Yeah, I'll tell you a funny story. It's funny, not funny. And I'm only telling it because I know that my client will never, ever, ever see this show because he's a little technically, he's not with the current technical
Oh, okay, I got you.
But he is a just one of the nicest guys. But he's an elderly gentleman. He's a veteran, and you might imagine that sometimes those guys can be a little skeptical.
Right.
Especially if you lived in those times.
Absolutely.
And so we had been working on this home, and man, I guess he thought maybe I was bullshit, to be honest with you. And so I get this call from a broker at another real estate agency and says, your client's here and he may want to switch agents. And I'm like, okay, all right. Well, what's, all right. Now I've said, I'm surprised, but okay, I'm not going to hold him hostage or whatever.
Right.
If that's what he feels like is best for him, then, there's nothing I'm not going to hold him to a contract or anything like that. Just let him know if that's where he's at and that's what he needs for his journey, then I'll completely ignore that and I'm not going to come after him or just let him have who he wants.
Right.
And about an hour later, my client called me and said, I just want to let you know I'm sorry, but we're good, because he got over there and he found out very quickly how ungreen the grass might have been, because his buddy here, you see, we were looking at this house and he, one of his concerns was he felt like there were a couple rooms that were a different color and he didn't like that color.
Oh, okay.
And so we'd already basically put our offer in. And so if I went back, I felt like, man, I'm going to shoot us in the foot.
Right.
So I told him, I said, well, I'll tell you what, I'll personally get these rooms painted for you.
Okay.
I got a guy who'll take care of it. As soon as you move in or right before as soon as we close, I'll have him come over and paint it whatever color you want. I don't care. And so when he got over there and started telling them that, they were like, yeah, we're not doing that.
We're not doing that.
We're not doing that. And he went, oh, well, let me call him back.
You can paint your rooms right after you cut us that check.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. All right, let's see. A 20-year-old inmate escaped Lyon Corbus prison in France, hiding inside his cellmate's laundry bag as the cellmate was released, and guards failed to notice the extra luggage when they scanned at the gate. Prison officials admit a series of malfunctions happened and have opened an internal probe. Local prosecutors investigating the escapee, who was serving multiple sentences and linked to organized crime, now the target of a manhunt. France's prison service says such a getaway is extremely rare and occurred amid overcrowding.
I'd blame it on that too.
Yeah.
Man. There's just so many people. I didn't know there was,
You want to talk about trouble. Go look at France right now and what's going on over there. You want to promote more socialism. I swear to God, go look at France right now.
Yeah.
And look at what they're going through and tell me that's what you want, because it ain't.
Yeah.
It ain't what you want. I promise you that. All right. Let's see. School caretaker, I'm not going to pronounce this right, Fosenio Samba Clisse was walking past a Paris apartment block when he spotted flames and trapped neighbors 6 stories up without gear or ropes. He climbed onto a narrow exterior ledge. Balanced against the wall, he helped 6 people, including 2 infants, crawl to safety through a window as smoke was pouring out. Despite national recognition, he shrugged off the acclaim and said he just did what any good neighbor would.
Oh,
that is cool.
Good job.
That's cool.
Good job.
I don't know that I would do that, but
no, I'll take the acclaim.
I mean, I'll call 911 for you.
You wouldn't save them.
Yeah, I'd call 911. I don't know if I'd
go now. I'll get my ego stroked. I'm not helping shit. I'll make a call. That's it. I'm not doing it. Yeah. Let's see. All Within My Hands Foundation. That's from Metallica. It's their charitable arm, sending $100,000 to help families hit by the floods. The money split between longtime partners Direct Relief and World Central Kitchen. They're already on the ground providing medical supplies and hot meals after that Guadalupe River tragedy has gone on. So, they're always out there doing good, and that's great. Brandon said Wendy's a badass.
Thank you.
I'm not sure what, brought that on, but yes, we agree Wendy is a badass. Do you like Ice Nine Kills? If you do, they just released they're a band. Just released a new music video for The Great Unknown, marking a shift from their usual horror themes to sci-fi territory inspired by The Matrix. It comes after the metalcore band faced criticism for using AI-generated art. I don't know why they would be criticized for using AI-generated art. Do you mean music, or do you mean the art on the album? Who gives a shit? I'm not looking at their art. I'm trying to listen to their jams. Are they good or not? That's it. End of story. Superman. It's a hit. It took first place at the box office, debuted about 122 mil. It seems to be a big hit as well with critics and fans. Could be the shot in the arm the DC universe needs to reboot, because it looks like they're getting rid of all the people that they started with and starting over from scratch. So, I don't know if Robert, whatever his name, Pattinson, will stay Batman or not stay Batman. I know he's in the second one coming up, but I'm not sure. I know they're already looking for a different Wonder Woman, and I suspect that everybody, even probably Aquaman, to the sadness of many, Aquaman will probably be recast, as well as Flash, because that dude's crazy as hell. Anyway, James Gunn's movie did really well. Number 2, Jurassic World Rebirth fell to second place, still doing well, pulled out another 40 mil. F1 the movie, How to Train Your Dragon. There you go.
All right.
Donkey Kong could be getting its own movie. Nintendo and Universal filed a copyright request for the project. Few clues that are something's in the work. First, the project classified as a motion picture. It's registered as Untitled Donkey Kong Project, a movie starring everyone's favorite ape and Crazy. He did make an appearance in Super Mario Brothers, and he's got a new game, Donkey Kong Bonanza, coming out. So yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
They would definitely do it. You're not excited?
I mean, I don't
Did you watch Super Mario Brothers?
Yeah, I did.
It was pretty
It
good.
was a good little movie, but I mean,
it's pretty fun, really.
right? It was, but again, Super
pretty
Mario's
nostalgic.
has they were a cartoon,
They were
it wasn't
everything.
the first. Yeah,
Right.
they had what are you gonna do with Donkey Kong?
Well, Donkey Kong is where they came from, right?
Well, yeah, I know, but
He was their original donkey daddy.
yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know what that means.
Only you.
I don't know what that means. I'll just do that because I'm not sure. Let's see. Mike said, I like these real critic flashbacks. Thanks, Matt. In Dubai, a 5-star restaurant is putting its menu into the hands of an AI chef.
Oh.
Woohoo is set to open in September, with artificial intelligence taking point on the menu, figuring out service, deciding on the vibe. The AI chef named Eamon has been trained on decades of food science research, molecular composition data, over 1,000 recipes from traditions all over the world. Fortunately for guests, the actual food will be prepared by a human.
Okay.
I don't know, is that fortunate or not? Maybe it is. I would think it has to be somewhat fortunate. I don't know how they can, AI can't taste the food. So it can tell you how to make it, but it can't taste it and tell you, yeah, that shit tastes good.
Right.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, honestly. No, I want to save that. Here you go. In Massachusetts, a collectible shop is the victim of a $113,000 Pokemon heist. That's the second one in 2 months. New Bedford's First Addiction Collectibles reported a break-in Tuesday at 2:30 in the morning. The thief made off with a handful of cards, including 5 to 7 rare and a few vintage boxes. The store is just run by 3 guys. They're now asking customers and dealers to look out for any suspicious listings. Yeah. Normally, you hear about people taking a boat from Cuba to get here, right?
Right.
Not this time. The roles were reversed last week. 63-year-old Floyd DeVasier rented a boat for 2 days and never came back with it. They used the GPS tracker. Border guards in Cuba located the boat. Shortly thereafter, he was located and extradited back to Miami, where he's going to face a lot of charges on hiring with the intent to defraud. I don't know exactly what's going on. Sounds like he was on the run and hoped he could hide out in Cuba. They're like, no, we don't want you.
No.
You don't even look like you belong here. Get out of here.
You didn't even show up with any drugs to the party, man.
Right.
Come on.
People in Rochester got a big scare when a cat that looked like a mountain lion came down the street after midnight. A neighbor's door cam and several 911 calls led to a shelter in place.
How does a cat look like a mountain lion?
Well, maybe it was a mountain lion. Let's see.
Right.
The zoo said all its pumas are safe. Experts note New York hasn't had a wild cougar since the 1800s. Oh, I question that. I see wild cougars in
Daily.
videos all the time in New York. What are you talking about? I mean, hell, half of them are wild cougars in New York. I'm not even telling the rest of that. Doesn't matter. Sotheby's Geek Week sale in New York will feature NWA 16788. It's a 54-pound hunk of Martian crust that blasted off Mars after an asteroid strike.
I thought maybe it was like Elon Musk's new kid or something.
It sounds like it. That would make more sense even. It makes up about 7% of all known Martian material on Earth, more than twice the size of any other specimen. They expect to auction it off for between $2 million and $4 million. Is that just open to anybody, like not just science people, but like, if Justin Bieber said, yeah, I'll give $2 million for it right now.
Right.
He could buy the Martian stuff.
The Martian crust.
Yeah. I want the Martian crust.
That's what it says.
That sounds
Watch
like
it be like alien poop or
a
something.
Martian crust sounds like a disease.
Right.
Oh, he's got the Martian crust. Don't touch him. Let's see. That's dumb. That's dumb. No, we're not going to do that. Let's just get to some sports here. At Wimbledon, Jannik Sinner took down Carlos Alcaraz in a rematch of last month's French Open final. Sinner was able to exact his revenge. On the ladies' side, it was Iga Swiatek who was able to dominate American Amanda Anisimova. So there's your tennis stuff.
All right.
Baseball, very little in the way of unexpected when it came to naming the starting pitchers for tomorrow night's MLB All-Star. For American League, Detroit Tigers hurler Tarek Skubal will take the mound, and it'll be Paul Skeens of the Pirates taking the start for the National League. For Skubal, this will be his second straight start as an All-Star. Skeens will be the youngest pitcher ever starting back-to-back All-Star games. That's pretty big. I don't know which guy it is. There's a guy who's actually, I think, only pitched in 5 games, and there's some controversy over him being named an All-Star. He was, I think, pulled out of high school, but he's like some phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like some crazy numbers he was throwing. It was just insane. But some people were mad because they don't feel like he earned it. I get it.
Right.
But it is interesting.
Hey, if you got talent,
Well, he does.
You're good.
The All-Star game is tomorrow night. And T-Mobile Home Run Derby action starts at 7 o'clock Central. It's all going to be on ESPN. They rank James Wood, not the actor, but the first player since Barry Bonds to be intentionally walked 4 times in one game as the top one for hitting. Yeah, contender. Gotcha. Followed by O'Neal Cruz, Cal Raleigh, Matt Olson, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Jazz is kind of a cool name. Junior Caminero on the Rays, Brent Rooker from the A's, and Byron Buxton from the Twins. Buxton's close to Buxom. I don't know why I said that. I just wanted you to know. That's really the only reason, and that leads me to just say, hey, maybe it'd be better if we did this. If you're looking for a vehicle, you know where to go. Fitz Auto is the place to go. Now, you can go online at fitzauto.com, or you can go in person, 8421 Stagecoach Road in Little Rock. What makes them different? What makes them special? Well, they work with you regardless of your credit history because they're their own bank. They don't have to ask anybody else. It's up to them who they work with. And they have late model, low mileage vehicles. They're going to save you money. They're going to put you in something you can be proud of. And it doesn't matter. Sports car, truck, SUV, boat, RV, camper, amphibious units. They've got motorcycles. Anything you could possibly want on wheels and an engine, they've got it there for you. Check them out, fitzauto.com. Start there, in there. It's where you're going to go because it's the best deal. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon just did it again. I just had another first-time home buyer, a couple who got into a home. Literally, they paid $500 to get into this home. That's right, $500 total dollars is what they paid to get into their new home. Why? Because First Horizon Bank has grant money that they offer, whether it's income-based, you're a professional, or a first responder. They have grant money for all of that, and it can help pay your down payment, your closing cost, and more. Josh is good people. He's just like you and I, and he can help you out. Look, you want to get into a house for $500? Yeah, Josh Taylor's the guy to call. 351-2579. It's 351-2579. Josh Taylor over at First Horizon Bank, and you tell him that Patrick sent you, all right?
What up? PATP up in 2025. Let's go. P-A-T to the mother loving P. We talking about Patrick is in the myth, the legend, the angry. Hell yeah, he got a click, got a sick click, got a thick click, cause it's mother loving Patrick and the people. Yeah, it's the sequel, better than a prequel. It's still the same DNA, and we all know Turkey don't play. I'm talking tactical, that's Andy, and on the medical, you got Tasha Mack. Yeah, her and Tom, they got your back. And Lil Doggy, of course, he's in the pack. Big chain, but even bigger attack. He's a printer, not a baker. But you know who's cooking? It's Luke Shoemaker, bonafide rock star, and he's going far, but not like Wendy. She crossing the whole damn country, rolling in a big truck, and no, she don't give a ride to strangers. What about them Rangers? Not Texas, but the U.S. Army. Yeah, he's kinda smarmy. It's Orton, comma Matthew. You see Bigfoot, he's gonna call you. Yeah, bitches, it's Patrick and the people. Yeah, it's the sequel, but better than the prequel. Call Sean Skelton Mr. Twix, cause he always in the mix. And who gotta get they fix of P-A-T-P? It's Crystal, aka Justin's baby. Rolling on two wheels is Jay Sorsby. He's the motorcycle mafioso. And if you don't know Brad Elkins, well, what the hell can? Does he got Jordans? For show. And shout out to Death Metal Disco. That's Darren Riggin, no kin to Kristen as I'm rigging law. I did that, y'all, that's embedding in the SC. But got my ride in Pulaski, you know, or just say it fits. Auto only place to go, buy their pay there. But this is where I mentioned Joey, also known as Deer Digger. Oh shit, that rhymes with bigger. Make a ditch and you might be a digger. Am I on the line? Shit, go figure. Yeah, go figure. Yeah, bitches, it's Patrick and the people. Yeah, it's the sequel, better than the prequel. How about those bonus holes? Chad knows he is the sledge in the chair, but check the chat, Kristen's there blowing up his game. And then you got Jamie, the better half of Bundy. He's steady like a Sunday, electricity is his mission. And all y'all wishing you could be rich as a Rockwell ring. The big bell, he's got a story to tell, and rocking the cameras like a pro. Brandon's on a roll, put it in reverse, Brando. But who has your six? Your boy Gunner always got the tech fix, but he ain't out here swinging dongles. That would be wrong, old. Just like this rap, put an end to this crap. PATP, get in, you'll see. Best show in the country, cause it's Patrick and the people. Yeah, it's the sequel, better than a prequel. Lay.
She finally woke up and joined in.
Oh, all right. What's up, T-Mac? How are you?
Andy said, dang, did I see Casper just walk by? He's talking about your legs, man.
I think he's talking about yours. I damn sure wasn't mine. Mine are nice and tan, bro. It ain't me. So hey, maybe that Michigan skin needs a little sun. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know if this is true or not true, but I thought it was fun to share, and we talk about and see if you think it's true anyway. We all hear about how irked that apparently, and I'm just hearing about it right this moment, that baby boomers are by Gen Z. What about Gen X? That's what I am, actually. It says, hate to break it to you, but they're getting just as irked, too. Some phrases in particular, it says, that Gen Zers use that are really getting on Gen X's nerves. Which ones are driving people up the wall? These 11 super popular phrases are the ones that Gen Xers are really sick of hearing. So tell me if you've heard this, number one. Okay. Have you ever heard it? Number two, are you sick of it?
Outside of this show?
Yes. Let's say used in the wild.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, used in the wild, not just here on this show. Number one, rizzed up. You know, like he's got the riz.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it a few times.
Yeah. Annoying? Not annoying?
I must be old.
You don't know what rizzed up is?
No.
Yeah.
If you got the Riz, it's short for charisma.
Yeah.
They shortened it so you.
Oh.
And if you're rizzed up, you know.
You
Yeah.
know.
What about no cap?
Yeah. Yeah, I've
You
heard
don't like
one
that
a
one?
lot.
Oh,
I mean, again, it doesn't annoy me, but it's, just,
I like no cap. I don't know. Sometimes I use it.
do you?
Well, when I communicate with my sons, I like to use their language.
Right. Just
Which
to
A,
mess
it
with
annoys them, and B, it makes me happy. So I do use that one. I don't know. I've never seen this one. Major W, major L, meaning
Major
big
win, major loss, yeah.
I don't know if that's really all that new.
You want to know what gets on my nerves?
What?
When somebody says, my bad.
That's like from the 90s, Wendy.
Yes.
It's still bothering you that
Yes.
one? My bad.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Salty. If somebody's salty.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that one plenty.
Yeah, no, it doesn't bother me. I mean,
I get told that all the time.
that you're salty? Yeah. Probably so. Drip. And when you're talking about how someone's fashion is, they got that
Yeah,
drip.
that's stupid.
You don't like that one?
No.
No, you say that one.
My bad, I'm sorry.
Remember, you have to go home with me.
Now this is that could sound weird. This
No.
is his aunt.
Yes.
Just letting you know that's his aunt. Okay, nothing weird. Hey man. Hey, we're working here. Oh, they are too. My bad. Here's one that I don't believe is a Gen Z phrase at all. As a matter of fact, I've been using this phrase since, I don't know, since probably I was at least in high school. Hinky.
What?
Hinky. It's hinky, man.
I've
That's
never
hinky.
heard that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's odd. It's off. Something's wrong with it. It's hinky. Yeah, I've heard that for millions of years. I do use this one, and I like it. Sus.
Oh,
For-
yeah.
For suspect, man. That seems sus.
Right.
Here's one that does annoy me, and I've been annoyed with it for a long time. That's bussin'.
Yeah.
Bussin'.
Yeah,
means
it's good. It's fire.
It's like, man, I was tired of it from the moment I heard it. I was like, I don't like it. It's not. No, bussin' is anything but good. I was bussin' in high school, and I hated taking the bus to school.
Right?
Vibe check. Yeah, again, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Yeah, I don't think anybody really is that put out with most of these. I think people are more put out with attitudes than any language.
Right.
Don't you? Are there phrases, though? I mean, obviously, she's got my bad. Are there other ones that, annoy you?
I don't think there's, really phrases, but, I've heard just, I don't know, stringing them all together, talking in whatever the new language is, and I'm just
Okay.
like, what the hell did you just
Oh,
say?
you put a whole sentence together.
Yeah, and I'm like, what was that?
Yeah.
What language? Yeah.
So I'm guessing that, if you were to listen to one of today's rap songs, you might not follow along with
Yeah,
it,
probably not.
is probably what you're telling me.
No,
Is
I
that
definitely still jam the 2000s like they just dropped.
right? You still
yesterday.
hitting 50.
Yeah.
Like, I think I just figured this one out. I think I got what he's saying now. I get it now. When he says he walks with a limp, he got shot 9 times.
All right.
Oh, shit, I get it.
Makes
He's
sense
all right.
now.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no.
What's up, Scotty? How you
That's
doing?
funny. That's funny. All right, let's just switch over to this and see if you find this true. Wendy's having her own time over here. She's enjoying the hell out of it. She's reading
Salty
comments.
just means you're from Saline County.
That's fair, Mike. That's fair. Yeah, I'll tell you, that's one of the things that annoy me. I should not say this, and I'm sorry. I'm going to tell you, all of you, that I'm about to offend in this moment. I'm sorry. I'm so sick of seeing Salt Life.
Oh,
on the back of cars.
man.
I don't know what that means. I don't care what that means. If you want to put salt on everything, good for you. I don't care, whatever it means.
I think it means that you
it
like
doesn't
the
matter.
ocean. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
it
a
doesn't.
beach life.
It
Yeah,
doesn't.
you
No,
like
it's not.
fishing, surfing, diving, and
Is that what it means?
Yeah, seriously.
Okay. Well, I don't like it.
Yeah,
That's one I don't
I
like.
agree.
All right. Just check.
I think that I don't
Your
know.
truck
It's-
says Salt Life on it, doesn't it, Rich?
no,
No.
no, not at all. No,
Just checking.
No.
I think it's stupid to have a Salt Life bumper sticker and not be near an ocean anywhere.
I'd like to have one that says Assault Life.
There we go.
There, yeah.
Now we're talking.
That'd be fun. Assault Life. Yeah. Yeah, that'd be more like Laura and I. And by that, I mean her assaulting me. Just in case you're wondering. All right, here's, according to this, a sad time of the signs we live in. Over 1 in 10 adults know more about famous celebrities than their own loved ones, according to a new study. A poll of 2,000 adults found some surprising gaps in what people know about their families. Only 29% know who their mom first dated. Even fewer know about their dad's early relationships. 34% could name who Prince Harry's first high-profile girlfriend was. I call bullshit. I have no idea who his girlfriend was or is, Prince Harry.
Yeah.
I don't know who he sees, who he hooks up with, or any of that. But now maybe a lot of people do. But let me just ask you, do you know who your mom's first guy she dated was?
Nope.
Would you want to?
Nope.
No. We don't. Boys don't want to know that. We don't want to hear that. Our mom hooked up with our dad only as many times it took to produce us and our siblings, and nothing more. Right? Is that not accurate as a guy?
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we could. Yeah.
No, that's the only time my mom ever had sex, to my knowledge, was to make me and my 2 brothers, and nothing else.
Right?
That's it.
Yeah. We don't really.
Who cares?
I
Who
don't know
cares?
about that. I don't know about anybody before that. I know they wanted to be my dad and they weren't. And that's it. That's all I know. That's all I know. The study found that 26% knew Wayne Rooney's first car was a Ford Sportca. What the is a Sportca? This must be out of England or something. But only 21% could name what their mom's first car was. Why would people know all that? What your mom's first car was. I couldn't tell you what my mom or dad's first anything was. You know, I don't think. First kid, I guess, me.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's the only first I know, man. I mean, wow. It was weird to me after my dad died. It was about, 3 years later, my mom started dating a guy, and it was apparently a guy she had dated before my dad, and she was like just absolutely gobsmacked head over heels again.
Right.
You know, which I felt great for, but at the same time, it was weird. Because, it
wasn't your dad.
Well, yeah, she was with him for like 34 years.
Right. Oh, geez.
So, that's all I knew was my dad being there. And so this guy was like, yeah, maybe she knew you before me, but I don't care. I don't know you, Chief. You're just an imposter to me, Anyway, that's wrong to say. He's deceased too, so it doesn't matter. He can't hear me. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Come back and haunt you now.
And that's a current joke in my house. It has been for years now. My wife says, Terry's coming to get you. We probably did do a story last week, Mike. Sometimes I mess up. I don't know. Tactical said, I used to think Salt Life stickers said Slut Life, and I couldn't figure it out. My superpower is my inability to read fancier cursive writing. Yeah, I get that. Sometimes those real hard fonts to pick up, and I've made this, things like that in my mind, and went back and went, oh, I am the dumbass, aren't I? I told y'all about calling Nutrageous the candy bar. I thought it was nut ragu for a year. Go figure. I mean, I really did. I said, because my son said, I'm going to go to the store. Y'all want anything? I said, yeah, give me one of those candy bars. He goes, which kind? I said, that nut ragu.
Nut ragu.
He looked at me, he goes,
What? Jeez, man.
Nutrageous?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit. I outsmarted myself thinking it was some kind of French Reese's. What an idiot I am. Mr. Smart Guy over here, right? The French Reese's is nut ragu. I thought I'm like the cool guy. I'm the hip guy in the room. He goes, you mean Nutrageous? Yes, and that's what I meant. I'm just cutting up with you. No, you weren't. You were dead serious, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was. I was absolutely serious. The research shows people who have lost a parent often regret not asking more personal questions. No, they don't. No, they don't. Nobody wants to know who their mom's first boyfriend was.
Yeah, no.
Nobody wants that. My dad told me way too much after we became adults, things I didn't want to hear. Creepy
Right?
things. Yeah. When I was a kid, no, stop right there. Please don't tell me about any chicks you hooked up with that weren't my mom. I don't want to know.
My mom, we always used to say, in the olden days.
Yeah, that'd make them mad, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, now we're the
in their
olden days.
30s.
Yeah. No, that's funny because I remember my son's friend. He's now 23 and he's married. He's got a kid. Super nice guy. He's like a third son to us in a lot of ways. He lived with us for a while. And just a great family person to us. And but when my wife was talking to him, she said, "What do you think is old?" And he said, "I don't know, 30." Laura's never let him forget that because she was 30 when he said it. And she was like, "Oh, so I'm old." Well, no, not you.
Yeah, no. You're the exception.
But it's funny how perceptions will evolve over
Right.
time. When you think that 30 is old, man, until you get to about 27 and you're like, "No, that shit ain't old at all." You start to get like me and go, "No, 70 is the new 50, right?"
Right?
Surely it's going to be the new 50 when I get there. It really we were talking about that this weekend about Laura was saying, "Look, people are now working this long." She goes, "That's sad." And I said, "Is it though?" I mean, because I don't know that I ever I'd have to be wealthy to quit working.
Right.
Because I can't sit around the house just watching TV
And just do
doing
nothing.
nothing else.
Right.
Yeah, I can't. I can only cut the yard so many. Like my grandfather, that was his life, was his lawn. That's what he did. He mowed the lawn, he trimmed the lawn, he hedged the bushes. I mean, that dude spent most of his retired days in the yard.
Well, you got to find something to
That's
do.
what I mean.
That ain't
Me, but that ain't me. I don't give a shit about the yard. I'll
Right.
be honest with you. That ain't my bag. I want to do something fun.
Right.
Now, maybe to him that was fun. I mean, he was in World War II and he'd been through a lot of shit. So maybe, it was like, yeah, I'm good with the line.
I feel safe here.
Yeah, I fought in Okinawa. I've been shot a few times. I'm good.
Yeah.
Now, indeed, turning 50. Oh, now I dread turning 50, she said. I dreaded being 30. Now I dread turning 50. Well,
Hey, wait a minute.
50's pretty fine. There's nothing wrong with it. I commented from my phone. Until now, I didn't get point credits for some reason, Turkey said.
Yeah, that's what they were saying
that
because
new?
Latasha's number one today on the point system.
Oh, Tasha's number one. She's putting
She's
everybody.
number one.
Yep.
She's out there putting you guys in check. Getting a little come up. I like that. That's how Tasha does it right there. All right, let's see. I've got so much stuff here that I haven't gotten to over the past few days. I missed having you here, buddy.
Man, I missed being here for real.
Yeah, no,
For
it really. We were missing you, man.
real.
Yeah, for sure.
We've got a lot of things, man.
Now we've got a couple
We got a
interviews,
couple
right?
interviews. Yeah, you got
we
a couple
do need
interviews.
to do that. We need to do that. Let's see where are they at on the back page.
Should be page 4 there, man. Should be right in the middle, right here. You got
Okay.
your and then there's
okay.
yep.
So I've got 2 interviews today. Let's start with this one. It's a little more light and fun. Now she tells her story a little bit, but she's a fascinating person. It's Monsters on Main is the name of the business, and she's just a lovely person with an amazing story of kind of how she came to where she is, and it's super cool. It's a website you should check out, monstersonmain.com. But take a look at the interview. I think you're really going to like this lady. So excited to have this guest on Patrick and the People. This is Nisha Musico. Now, Nisha is a former Blocks contestant like myself, and B, is the owner of Monsters on Main, and we're going to talk about her monsters and how this all came to be. But Nisha, just for a second, talk about your time on the Blocks. How did you enjoy that? What has that meant for you? Has it been a benefit?
It's definitely been a benefit. Hi, glad to be here as well. It was a really scary thing for me, like totally outside of my comfort zone. But I thought, if I'm going to make a go of this, I'm going to do it. So I followed the link. The first time I actually followed the link on social media, I was like, okay, this website's weird. I can't see what it is about. So I ignored it. A couple of months later, it popped back up. I was like, I'm going to fill out the form. I'm going to do it. Then, I got the link for the video interview and screwed that up a couple of times, but I'm like, okay, don't look at it, just go with it. Whatever happens, happens. And then I got the phone call, and um, I think I spoke to Cassie when on my interview, and it was, yeah, she was amazing.
Yeah.
So honestly, I had watched a few of the shows before I went on, but I'm the kind of person that is like, if I really watch it, I'm going to scare myself and not do
You're
it.
going to overthink it. Yeah.
Oh, totally overthink it. So, but walking into a, I mean, I'm confident talking about my stuff, but walking into a room of like people I don't know, I'm just like, panic. So I made the effort to sit at a new table every day and talk to people and interact. So, but it was fun. It was amazing. It was a lot of intensive learning.
Yes.
But yeah, so excited for everything that I learned.
You know, I had a great time doing it. My takeaway was that the network of people that I met, the fellow entrepreneurs, was the
Totally.
greatest win for me. It's
Yes.
meeting people such as yourself, all of the contestants on my season 22, which hasn't aired yet.
No, because they're just doing 17 now.
Right. They're just doing 17. That's right. So you have kind of an unusual background story before you even get to Monsters on Main, right?
Yes. Yes.
Tell people where you come from and kind of that backstory a little bit.
Well, my whole life story really is my backstory. I was, my parents, my father's English, my mother's American, born in Texas, and they met and married in Nigeria.
Oh,
My father had gone out for work, and my mother had gone on a, my grandfather had gone out there to work. So my mother went supposedly for a vacation and come back to Lamar University, didn't make it back. Anyway, didn't trust the hospitals, came back to America to have a baby. So I was actually born in Beaumont, Texas,
okay.
went back to Nigeria, weeks old, and spent the first part of my childhood there. We were shipped off to boarding school in England at the age of 8.
Oh, wow.
But even back then, my sister wanted to be a doctor. She was always reading, and I clearly was a creative kid. I would get all the cardboard tubes and my mother's scraps of fabric and make stuff. So destined to do things like this, I think. So boarding school in England from the age of 8. I was at all girls school at first, and then I switched to a really creative high school. I got exposed to so much of the arts that really I think most people in England don't do until they're at college. Because our art college system, I went on to go to art college in England. Our art college system over there, you have to do your first year at a local college where you get exposed to printing, painting, woodwork.
Okay.
I mean, just
Yeah.
more of the areas. Whereas in high school, I did all of that. So I kind of knew that I was going to always more three-dimensional. So furniture, and that was where I wanted to go. I like the textiles. I like the furniture.
I spent
building.
several years in that business managing a
Really?
furniture store and design. I fell in love with design for furniture when I was working there, and then I later began to build my own custom furniture for many years.
Interesting. You didn't know.
Yeah, so that was something that I enjoyed for a long time. Now I don't do that anymore. I'm a little older, and it takes a lot of manual work to do those things.
Hence the monsters.
Right,
That's why I'm
right.
coming around to monsters.
That's right. That's right.
So anyway, I finished college in England, and by then my parents were back in England. Left Nigeria because it was just a crazy place. And I think my sister and I felt that England was education only because my parents were still in Nigeria for most of our lives. Although, I mean, we went back to visit. And so I came to America I did finished art college in England, and in college I don't know really why. I mean, always three-dimensional stuff. And I did actually have a lot of kids stuff in my portfolio at the time because, and again, I'm not really sure why because I wasn't exposed to kids.
Right.
Didn't have. I hated plastic toys that just didn't do anything. I mean, they weren't using their imagination. You know, if you can't draw anything, you can draw a train, and a kid knows that it's a train. It's like
Right.
there's creativity in a child. So when I came over here, um, came to stay with some relatives, and that's, you know, how I
Oh, sorry. Hold
got
on.
this area. You're good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Um, and I actually came over with a portfolio, interviewed with a lot of furniture stores and some designers and furniture makers, whether it was my presentation as a 24-year-old with a portfolio, my accent, I have no idea. But I was sent around, interviewed a lot of people, decided, no, this is not what I want to do. Young and stupid. I mean, I should have taken a job.
Been there. I get you.
And so, anyway, several of them said, why don't you start a children's store, furniture making thing? And I was like, well, yeah, but I have no money. And I don't know if you know Dallas that much, but it was right before, like in the early mid 90s, there was a whole bunch of just kids stores in Dallas, like the kids, complete kids' bedrooms. I could have been there, but I wasn't. So anyway, I became a nanny for a few years, got sick, had cancer, got through radiation, was,
Wow. So
you know,
you beat it.
very healthy.
That's
I beat
awesome.
cancer, yes. And decided this is not why I went to college. So I quit.
Wow. Okay.
And started a furniture business. So so really furniture. So that was in late 94. I started a furniture business doing reupholstery, making furniture, and didn't really have the facility to, at the time, to make frames and stuff like I had been trained. Because in college, I also apprenticed with a furniture maker
Oh,
in
wow.
England.
That's very cool.
So yeah, he taught me so much. Had I stayed in England, I know the business would have gone to me, but I didn't. And so anyway, did that. I've been doing that for 30 years.
And upholstery
And
is not easy work.
it
Contrary
is
to what
not.
anybody thinks, it's one of the more challenging parts of any furniture put together.
Yes. You know, it's one thing people say, you know, I tried to do this myself. Well, I can tell you tried to do it
Right?
yourself. And it's what I say is like, if you think you're pulling the fabric tight, pull tighter.
Yeah, no, you're
It's like,
definitely
you
not.
just, yeah, can you get wonky thumbs after a few years doing it?
That's right. That's right.
So yeah, I did that. And then the reason it sort of, I mean, I say full circle, came around to monsters. I actually probably made my first monster. And sadly, my parents do not have a picture of it when I was about 6 years old, I think. So all through art college, all through high school and art college, my art teachers were like, you need to learn to draw, you know, do better at drawing. And life drawing classes, I would draw the furniture, I would draw the walls. Like, oh, 5 minutes left. Oh, I guess I better start doing the body. So, you know, and I just wasn't a drawer. So anyway, my husband and I moved up to Denison, which, as you can see from the building, this is the loft that we live in.
Yeah, that's cool.
Behind me, it's a old downtown. It's like a long main street, the longest main street in Texas. Really old buildings. The building was built in 1888, I think.
That's cool.
So we have a storefront downstairs.
Okay.
So my workshop and storefront is downstairs. Never had a storefront before that. The first few years I had furniture in there, and people would come in, and like Denison was changing at that
Yeah.
time. So there was a lot of junk shops. So the furniture that I'd reupholstered or made, they're like, oh no, it's too expensive. I can't afford that. But then there were other people who were like, these are really good prices. So there was definitely both ends of the
Yeah.
spectrum as far as purchasing people. So anyway, so our downtown community, all the stores, they have Halloween event. It's called Monsters on Main. 10,000 kids that you don't see the rest of the year come downtown, and all the stores hand out candy. In England, they really did not do Halloween. I mean, even I listen to the BBC when we're working downstairs, and you can tell around Halloween time, it's like carving pumpkins. Like, what is this about? I mean,
Right,
even
right.
still now, they just don't get Halloween because over there it was bonfire night was our big thing, which
Hmm.
is 5 days later. Um, so anyway, I did a window display of my version of monsters, which was just making these guys out of my scraps.
Right.
And a couple of years, nothing happened, and then one year, it just went crazy, and I couldn't make enough of them. So that was kind of the start of it.
So it was
Um,
during the Halloween time though that they took off, that people discovered them. Is
yes,
that right?
yeah, and then our city, we are part of the Main Street America program.
Hmm.
And we actually this year we won the Great American Main Street Award.
That's awesome.
Um, and so our mayor, Denison Development Alliance, they sponsored several of the businesses to go on this destination boot camp. Um, and it really was, it's like I had a thriving, still super busy furniture build business. I have a storefront. Like,
Hmm.
I don't know what to do with. I had furniture in there that I was looking at for 3 years.
Right.
People would like the furniture, they wouldn't like the fabric. I'm like, nope,
Right.
that's new. You pay for it twice. So anyway, so it was really during that class, which was October of 19. So it was, you heard rumors of COVID, but you didn't really
Right.
hear
It
much
wasn't
about
quite
it. It
there
was still
yet.
it was still up north. Um, so anyway, I mean, it was businesses from all over the country. But there was a group of 6 of us from Denison, I think, and it was during that time that this whole monster thing came about. That it really, you know, it hit me that like this is a good thing. I have these fabrics. I've been hoarding fabric scraps and samples for
Forever.
years because I couldn't throw them away
Right.
because they're such good quality
I know
fabrics.
exactly what you mean. I would have swatches forever just because I was like, I got to do something with it, right?
Yes. Yeah. And I mean, and I did make pillows for a while, just boring square pillows. Um, you can buy those
Anywhere.
everywhere
Yeah.
now for $5. It's frustrating. Um, so it was the fun aspect. It was something to do with my fabrics that because I hated throwing them away as well.
Yeah.
And so I came back from that trip to Colorado and like I'm gonna do this in my storefront. And then in I want to say February of 2020, Texas Women's University in Denton put out a grant opportunity to help small businesses during COVID, women's owned businesses.
Yes.
And 100 women got $10,000, and I was lucky enough to win one of those grants.
That's awesome.
So that helped me really transition the store. I did the signage, put up a whole new sign outside my.
So you changed your whole model. You said, you know
changed
what,
the
I'm done
whole
with
model.
that. I'm going all in on monsters.
All in.
Okay.
Yeah. And I mean, on the front of our building, well, it was a drugstore, but it kind of has one of those old movie theater signs, like
Yeah,
really,
like a
really
marquee.
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, marquee. So I have a big monster sign out front. So yeah, I just went all out, transitioned. The storefront is Monsters on Main, and I have a couple of girls working for me, and we sew monsters like crazy.
Really? That is
And
wild.
yeah. And then also I was on the Texas bucket list. Didn't know anything about that show. I guess it's kind of started, a bucket list. What do you do
Yeah.
before you die in Texas? And it really started as a restaurant. I mean, yeah, he was featuring restaurants,
Hmm.
and then he sort of transitioned to obscure little things. And I was one of the quirky little
That's
things.
amazing.
And
So you've gotten some really great press along the way, unsolicited.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's been great. And I mean, I couldn't believe it the day that Texas Bucket List episode aired. It was on like a Friday night, and the first customers in on Saturday morning were from Houston.
They drove all the
And
way
they
because they saw
drove
you on
all
that.
the way.
That's
Yes.
amazing.
I blew me away, and and that was, I want to say 3, 4 years ago now, and
Hmm.
I still get people in saying, "I saw you on the bucket list.
That's
I have a
amazing.
bucket list. We're traveling around Texas. We need to stop at places."
That's
So it's
awesome.
just so cool,
That is cool.
and I love that. I mean, you can see that guy's pretty big sitting next
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah. Well, this is the monster that I got that you sent us, and this is Ashley, is what it says on here. Is that right, Ashley?
Yes, we named them
They're
all.
all individually named,
Yes.
and every one is different, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they're all unique. They're all special. They're all one of a kind, basically.
Yes. And it's, yeah, I mean, that happens to be a rectangle one. I mean, we do funky shapes as well. And it really depends on the fabric. We do a lot of patchwork ones because, as you know from the business yourself, the
Yes,
samples, fabric swatches can be small.
various in size. Yeah.
Um,
But
so
that's
it's
cool, the patchwork. So, there's all these unique monsters. Who do you find to be your clients? Are they more kids? Are they more adults? Are they
more
collectors?
adults,
Yeah.
definitely more adults. I
Okay.
mean, it's crazy. I mean, we get kids in the store, and just love it when the toddlers come in and it's like, oh, there's so many monsters. I mean, their expressions are just great. And then you get the parents in and trying to get their 8-year-old, and all they want to do is buy a book or a bouncy ball. So we have a
Right.
few other things in the store, but
Yeah.
just so everyone leaves with a monster of some description. But it's, I won't say
Right.
China crap, but it's China crap. So we're pushing, obviously doing a lot of monsters, but really it is adults. We have people buy them for gifts. I mean, for some reason, we get a lot of people through North Texas who are traveling for business, but they buy them like a gift for somebody you don't know what to buy for,
Right.
nieces,
Well,
nephews,
well,
co-workers,
well,
hospital
first of all,
patients.
it's very unique. I mean, first, look here. You've got a plaid, a gray, and a brown plaid, sienna plaid, and then on the front you have this lovely pattern. It's got a lot of yellow with the red in it, and so, just from a decor standpoint, if I'm a person who has gray or yellow or even white as my primary colors in my decor, this is going to be a unique addition to that stands out from anything anybody's seen. And I guarantee you, if that's in a room, the first thing someone's going to want to put their hands on when they walk in that room is this. Because it's
Yes.
you don't, it's like, what is this? I don't even know what this is, and it's really
People
interesting.
do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No,
I was going
no.
to say, people do put them on their sofas and guest bedroom pillows. I mean, people call them monster pillows. So
Yes, I know. I
we
could.
never say anything about monster pillows, but people come in and say that. And so,
Yeah.
yes, you are totally right that people use them to their decor.
Yeah, I could see it on a bed, but I could see it on a bookshelf. I could see it, in lots of different places. But it's also a really unique gift because who else is going to give you that gift? That's really interesting. It's going to be something you never forget. You're always looking at it going, wow, yeah, that's interesting.
Yes.
Uh,
And I think because as well, the adults are drawn to it because it's upholstery fabric. It's not
mhm.
like some squishy you'll buy at a big box
No,
store.
no, this is high end fabric. It's good stuff.
High end, and we use upholstery thread because that's what my machines are set up
That's
for.
right.
Um, so, and again, it goes back to the hoarding the fabric because there's so many beautiful fabrics from over the years that I just couldn't throw them away
Well,
because
and
so much gets trashed.
so, in a manner of speaking, not only are you making something unique, something cool, but you're also helping the environment by recycling these that could end up in the trash, which would
Yes.
be a tragic thing. Now
I hope
that's
not for a
great.
long time.
So tell people if they would like to get one of these, where do they go to get it?
So, website is monstersonmain.com, and all our social media is also Monsters on Main.
So Monsters on Main. If you just put in Monsters on Main or monstersonmain.com, boom, you're going to get there.
Yes.
And you have lots of different monsters to choose from, different shapes, different
Absolutely.
colors, different sizes, different
Yeah.
everything, right?
Yes, we got little ones for babies. We actually started making some dog toys,
Oh, okay.
and parents were buying them for their babies. So we upped the squeaky bit to some rattles and some crinkle paper. So we got baby size. We've got I think now that one actually is considered a medium size.
Yeah.
So we've got pocket size, small size, medium, large, and huge.
Okay. What would this is a medium, you say?
Yes.
Okay, so huge is huge.
Yes.
It's like
Huge
a
is
body
huge.
size monster. Like a
Yes.
body pillow almost.
Yeah. We'd actually done one for somebody requested. So we do custom ones,
Oh, okay.
which is kind of hard because, I think it's like we can create that and just give it the expression. But when somebody comes in and describes that they want something, it's like, how did they perceive it? Because I see something in my mind, but they see something totally
No,
different.
I know exactly what you mean. As someone who custom made furniture, that conversation before I ever started working on it was very long and detailed because, you go to make something and if your visions are off, it can be a problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
So-
Well, this is exciting and unique. I'm so glad to have had you on to learn more about you and hear your story because I think your story, forgive the pun, really textured our journey to the
Totally.
monster, and I think this is one of the most unique things I've seen, and I think that probably a lot of people who watch and listen to us will be very interested to come see this. So
Well, I appreciate that, and it was
Yes.
thank you for letting me come on.
Absolutely. Now, if someone wanted to come to your store in person, it's in Denison, Texas, right?
Yes, we are the last stop on Highway 75 before Oklahoma, very close to Lake Texoma, so there's a lot of Airbnbs and cabins out there to rent. And it takes an hour and 15 minutes to DFW Airport. So,
Okay.
we're not too far away.
No, not
from
at all.
anything.
I've actually been there before. My dad's from the Dallas area, or he was, and so I've been all over Texas for sure. But this is great. So monstersonmain.com. Go check them out. Get your own unique monster. Make a wonderful gift. A great piece of decor for your home. Or, I bet a lot of offices, it'd be a great thing to have in an office, sitting there right in your waiting room because everybody's going to look at it and want to touch it and see it. And, it's something to do while you're there. Thank you so much for taking time
Thank you.
to be on
I
here,
appreciate
okay?
it. I
All
appreciate
right.
you having me on. Thank
Yes,
you so
ma'am.
much.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right, and we're back now. That was a great little interview, and those little monsters are awesome. They really are cool.
They are. Has everybody seen the one from over there?
I think they did in the video. Yeah,
Okay,
they could
all
see
right.
it in the video. You can grab it if you want to.
Yeah.
So just a few comments here. Turkey said, he said, Rich still has his chest poked out. Been flexing for the little ladies. Tells him how he can keep them safe. I think he's giving you a hard time there.
I can smuggle you on the airplane.
T-Mac, I have a question for you.
Wait.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
There's the monster right there.
Yeah.
He's going to put it right in front of yourself like that?
Yeah, I was
Wanna
trying
block
to.
you?
Yeah, there we go. Here, look. No, I don't know. There's nowhere to put it, man.
There you go. Set it like that. That's
Does that work?
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he's taking a nap. She said, this generation is different than us. I had to push my daughter to get a job. She refused to work fast food. Now works at Texas Roadhouse as a host and loves it. So, question, which Texas Roadhouse? Because even though Tyler's a barber, he picks up extra shifts at night at Texas Roadhouse. So,
Oh, that's cool.
Are they working together and we didn't even know that? Could be. Could be. Thank you, Crystal. She said, love the song with all our names in it. You have such a talent for that kind of thing, Patrick. Well, thank you. You're very kind to say so. It just was a fun way to acknowledge people. You know what I mean? Put the belt on the monster. Why am I trying to put a belt on the monster?
they're talking about the belt,
that
the
belt.
championship belt.
I think that belt's too big for that monster. I'll be honest with you. It's definitely too
Have
big
you
for the
taken
monster.
it out anywhere with you yet?
I took it home, and right before my wife and I were going to make love, I came out of the bathroom. With it. No, I have not taken it anywhere yet. Oh, it Conway Roadhouse. Okay, not that. I forget you're in Conway, T-Mac. All right, then. So tell us about, you were telling us out there, and I was like, man, you got to tell this story about something that happened at the airport. And just don't tell them. Tell them what you heard and what everybody heard and kind of what happened.
So this is in Little Rock Airport, which
Yeah.
was just a fun experience all around for me, getting taken off for the show.
Yeah.
But so I'm sitting there and we're waiting to board the plane, and I was flying Southwest, and all of a sudden somebody comes over the speaker,
Yeah.
and they go, flight number blah 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 blah, flying to blah 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 blah. We're gonna start boarding, but you may want to use the bathroom before you get on the plane because we don't have any lavatories. And so everybody was like,
What the?
yeah, exactly. Like,
How long
what do
is
you?
this flight?
Right, about an hour and a half, 2
hell
hours.
no, man.
Yeah.
No, you gonna bring me a cup? My neighbors get to know me real well.
You're gonna turn into a truck driver. Shit.
Right. And so, yeah, everybody was kind of freaking out, and rightfully even I was like, are you serious? So I got up and I went up to the agent desk there, and I was like, is this for real? Do y'all really not have bathrooms on the plane? And the lady was like, no, we do. We have no idea who said that. It was nobody with the airline. Like, they came back over and they were like, boarding for my flight. This is Southwest Airlines, and we do have bathrooms.
Oh, wow.
And like, nobody knew who this person. Somebody just randomly.
Walmarted them.
Yeah,
They
picked up
found
the
us.
intercom thing
and just got on there and made a random announcement.
and just pranked the whole airport.
Oh my
man,
God,
it was
that is
great.
awesome, man.
It was great. It
That
was
is
hilarious.
awesome. Now
I was
you've got on here some video from you, right?
Yeah, so if you go to page 4, right there, and it
this
actually
one right here?
kicks off
All right.
before you hit the button because it'll start it. You'll see there's a video that I sent to the Facebook group.
Okay.
Where after the prank just happened. So.
Oh, all right, here we go.
I kid you not, somebody got on a loudspeaker for Southwest and was like, hey, y'all better use the bathrooms now. Your next flight has no lavatories on it. And everybody was like, oh my God, what? I made like a mad dash. Then they came back over and they were like, Southwest does have bathrooms. We don't know where that came from.
Guess who's back? Back again. Thanks for keeping it hot, y'all. Jesus. Rich Rockwell here with the one of the officials for Midget Wrestling Warriors. Joe King. How you doing today, man?
Good, brother. How you doing?
Good, man. Hey, tell me, what, well, first off, let's start here. How long have you been on the tour with the Midget Wrestling?
Today is officially 1 month of being on the tour. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been a long tour.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where are you from?
Vancouver, Canada.
Okay.
The West Coast.
And how long have you been an official for?
I started training in 2019.
Okay.
Pandemic stopped everything, but as soon as we opened up, I was right for it. So yeah, just over 3 years now.
Right back
I
into
got
it?
421 matches right now.
Wow.
Yeah, 41 with the midgets. We're gonna make it 44 tonight.
Awesome,
It's gonna
man.
be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Looking forward to it. So what got you involved? What was it that, drew you into wanting to be an official?
Yeah, I've always loved wrestling. I never really saw myself as a wrestler. I didn't have the body for it or anything like that. When AEW opened up, Aubrey Edwards went up to AEW, and he really left into an open circuit in the Pacific Northwest.
Okay.
So that really inspired me and said, hey, maybe I can fill those boots. And so that's when I started really trying. And I figured, if I'm the referee, I'm going to be in a lot of the matches. I'm going to be in the main event. That was kind of that was my inspiration. Is just kind of work hard, right? I'm a hard worker.
Man, absolutely. So tell me, what's been one of your most memorable moments from being on the road so far with the Midget Wrestling Warriors, man? I know we've traded a lot of stories this last weekend and those car rides and everything, man. It's been a good time.
We've had a lot of fun stories. Some of them I can say, some of them I can't say. But I can tell you one thing. Short Sleeve Samson, we gave him a lap dance one night. So, yeah, we all sang the Pony song and put him in the middle of the dance floor. And yeah, we're not going to show the video of that, but
Man,
that was a good time.
I needed to be there for that event.
We really
man.
did. It was one of those things where we all kind of came together and we're like, this is what we needed. And yeah, it's been fun. It's been fun.
Well, you ready, man? I know we got some rain moving in, but we are all set up and ready to go here in Sauk Rapids. Looking forward to the event tonight.
Yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I'm very excited.
So where can people find you at if they want to follow you and know more about you?
Yeah, definitely check me out at Joe King Referee. You can do that on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I try and make all my socials a little bit different, so if you follow me on something, it'll be different. So yeah, check me out on your favorite social media platform. I'm most active on Instagram, but
Okay.
I'm there on everything. So
All right. Well, I know you've been shooting a lot of pictures and videos, man. It's
Doing my best.
it's a great way to kind of almost go on tour with you. Live vicariously through you, all the pictures and everything.
that's the way I kind of look at it, right? Make people part of my story, make people involved, get it, because you're all part of what we're doing here and everything like that. So
Absolutely.
that's what it's all about, is watch me on the phone.
Hey, there you go. Well, y'all be sure to check out official Joe King on all of your social media platforms out there. And man, I look forward. I know this is the end of the tour for me, and I'm off for a couple weeks, and then we'll be back in Michigan. Are you going to be there?
No, I'll be Washington next month, in August 24th and 25th or something like that. So
All right, good deal.
Yeah,
Well,
that'd
hey,
be
man, maybe we can get you on the podcast sometime, get a little longer of an interview.
Oh, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
Absolutely, man. We'll be sure to do that. Thanks for taking some time and chatting with me,
Of
bro.
course, brother. Thank you. Anytime.
Absolutely. We'll catch you later, man.
Talk to him. I think that's great that you found that on the, who interviews someone in the middle of the freeway?
Dude, that was actually up on top of one of the decks there, and it was the one chance that I had. No, I know it was the one chance that I had to get with somebody and be like, hey, can I catch a couple minutes? Because when we're there and we're getting set up for the show and everything, man, everybody is in their zone and doing their thing, and right.
Started, yeah,
and they're all trying to fit in a little bit of training and some exercises, and so it's hard to catch everybody. And we had a storm that was moving in there that we weren't sure, if it was going to affect the show or not. Actually, but it ended up coming in, and it rained for a little bit, and we were still able to put on the event, which was good. But man, I'd love to have him on. He was a awesome dude. It was the first time, obviously, we met. It's weird. And that's what I told him. I said, it was just one of those instances where you just meet somebody randomly under the right circumstances, and you just immediately click with each other. And,
That's cool.
And that was him and I. We were just, friends right off the start. So.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah,
Fast
man.
friends. That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's great. Sorry, Crystal, you'll have to blame Rich for the volume on that. I didn't have anything to do with that volume, so.
Yeah, I'm sorry that I have to get one of those little mics for like my phone or something, I think. But,
yeah, and they're pretty cheap actually, and they work well.
Yeah,
Believe it
yeah,
or not,
because that's what I was gonna say. So his name is Joe King, and you can find him on a Joe. But you can find him on Instagram, dude. He was constantly documenting the whole trip on his Instagram.
Okay.
And so that's where I was complimenting him on. Like, if you really want a chance to kind of live vicariously and see, just all the different things that are going on, man,
Yeah.
give him a follow. He's an awesome dude. So.
All right.
But yeah, man, we just traded a lot of stories. Short Sleeve Sampson is one of the wrestlers and also the owner of the promotion. And he actually used to be in WWE. He has a long career.
Oh, wow.
But
Okay.
he's done different things with Kurt Angle, John Cena, Undertaker.
Oh,
you know.
that's
So
cool.
yeah, he's been around the scene for
He's
a while.
got a pedigree.
Yeah, absolutely, and
Yeah.
it's cool to have that and have that access to that knowledge to kind of
That's very
talk
cool.
about and hear stories and so yeah, he told us some stories about how they were somewhere and there was one wrestler that had passed out on them. They were hanging out partying or whatever. And anyways, long story short, they ended up shaving off just one of his eyebrows while he was sleeping.
Oh, wow.
And then the next morning, the guy woke up and he didn't know it, and he's going around talking to everybody, and they're just, kind of looking at him weird, and they're like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "Yeah, this is how all of us are." Didn't realize he's missing one eyebrow.
No, I once, when I was a kid, trimmed an eyebrow too far, and I had to do the other one the same, where it's going to look stupid, and it looked like I was a cancer patient for about 3 months, Like, what's wrong with you? What happened to you? Are you sick?
Right?
Because they can't figure out your eyebrows are nearly gone at first. It takes a second. And it's weird, too, for all the ladies who, grew up in maybe the 90s. Because in the 90s, the trend was to thin your eyebrows, to have the little thin, wispy eyebrows. Now bushy eyebrows are back in, and all these ladies can't grow their eyebrows back out. And so they're like, oh, shit. Yeah, that's why I don't shave mine. I'll keep these caterpillars ain't going nowhere.
We apparently have something going on.
What
Says
do you mean?
it says little doggy got kicked out twice this morning.
From
And now
what?
it won't from the show from the
Really?
feed on YouTube.
Why?
And it says that now it won't let him back in.
Why?
I have no idea.
I wonder what's going on there.
I don't know.
That's weird. Is anybody else having an issue this morning? Tell me about it if you are. I need to know.
Hey, Rich.
And yes, Brad, Joe King, just how you said it. Yeah. What's
Look
up?
up. Somebody just offered me $10 to whip your
Man,
ass.
Tactical just wants to like. I don't know what did I do to you, man? Like, all of a sudden he doesn't like me anymore, man. He's
Point to here on the doll where Rich touched you.
for real. He wants to shoot me with a paintball. He wants to.
He's mad you got out. He feels like you weaseled your way out.
Look.
By the way, I
Don't
talked
hate
to
the
Jay
player, hate
Sorsby
the game.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Is good. So you gotta get with Bundy and get y'all on your Wheel of Pain thing Thursday.
Okay.
That's
All right.
that's when Sorsby can come in and take your proxy pain.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's
Hey, we
that
made
was-
a deal, man,
I
and
know
I
you did.
can't help out that it worked out in my favor. That
Yeah,
but-
everybody knows what happened there, and that's why he's mad. So if you want to know why he's mad, he feels like you skated twice.
Hey, don't hate the player, man. Hate the game.
Right. No, I understand. Brandon said probably an Apple problem. An Apple problem? What do you mean? Like the smartphone?
Well, they were talking in comments earlier something about Apple and Galaxy.
Oh, really?
So I think, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's probably some trash
Anyways.
talk. These guys trash talk each other on these Android, iPhone things like they're rival gang members, the Bloods and the Crips. It's like, come on, man. It's just a damn phone. Nobody cares, really. Can you take a picture or not?
Tactical says so. He needs to come down on Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's
it
gotta
looks like
deliver
it.
the paintball.
Yeah, come on, Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, Andy. Let's do that. Coordinate with everybody, make sure, and get
Okay.
Bundy, we need to make sure wherever you are out there,
You're gonna
make
be
sure
here
you
on
need to be here
Thursday
Thursday.
for your tortillas.
Let's take a look here. Now, this came out of San Francisco, but don't discount it just because of that. They surveyed 1,000 Americans over who has the best fast food fries. Who do you think is number one? Best fast food fries. Wendy?
Oh, fast food.
Yeah. Who's number
Wendy's.
one? Oh, you say Wendy's. Okay. What about you, man?
I'm gonna say probably McDonald's.
That is correct.
Yeah.
No, it's still clear and far away. 35% of people said McDonald's.
Gross.
No, I love them. They're hot and fresh. They're the best. You can't. They're hard to beat, man. Number 2 is Chick-fil-A.
Okay. Yeah.
You like
I'll take
theirs?
theirs.
Okay.
Not really, no.
No.
Even their waffle fries.
I don't like
I had
waffle
yeah.
fries. I feel cheated by waffle fries.
I
Somehow.
don't know.
You get like 5 of them. I'm like, that's it? They're done?
I had some Chick-fil-A recently. I've never been impressed by Chick-fil-A.
I like their sandwiches fine.
I mean, they taste good, but
Yeah.
they're so expensive for what you
Well,
get.
they kind of
Like,
are.
it's just,
But you want to talk expensive? Number 3 of best fries, Five Guys.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got
Oh,
good
yeah.
fries.
No, they do, but you're paying for them. When I went
Yeah.
in there, listen, I went in there to get Laura and I a burgers and fry deal, burger, fries, and a drink.
Right.
And when he said like $38, I was like, I'm sorry, that was 2 meals, right? And he goes, no, that's correct. And I'm like, one time it's correct because it ain't going to happen again, and it hasn't.
Well, Five Guys used to fill your little
good?
carton up.
I'm trying to be.
Because he has to close the bottle to seal it up for some. It's his OCD. Could just put a lid on it and put it down, but he has to.
So then the air gets trapped in there, and then it gets flat, and then yeah.
Oh, good
Oh
Lord.
Lord.
You got to take care of your
Anyway,
Mountain Dew.
go ahead, Wendy. You were saying.
It's a rare commodity.
Five Guys used to fill your carton up and then put a big old thing of
Yeah,
fries
that's
in
not
your
worth
bag.
the extra $20. I can go to McDonald's and get a 5 for $5. You know what I'm saying? Wendy's was number 4, Arby's number 5, Burger King 6, In-N-Out 7, Sonic 8. Sonic just changed theirs to a crinkle fry. It is better.
Yeah.
Shake Shack 9 and Carl's Jr. / Hardee's is 10.
Oh, Carl's Jr. sucks.
Nobody goes to, I don't know anyone who goes to Hardee's for anything but breakfast. Like if you go by Hardee's at a lunch, it's a ghost town. Like you can drive right up there and get, you're number one in line right off the bat at lunch.
Right.
But at breakfast, those old people will beat your ass if you try to cut in line at breakfast at Hardee's. I promise you, that's where all their money is made.
Crystal Ann says she wants to come Thursday.
Well, come on up here Thursday then. That's just fine. You pop on in. What's your favorite style of fry? Regular, curly, steak, crinkle, waffle, or wedges?
Well, I mean, if you're going to go curly, you have to go Arby's. They're the only ones.
What's your favorite type of fries? You just
I guess
a regular?
probably curly.
I like the seasoned fries.
Yeah.
You like the curly or seasoned?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I like regular fries or steak fries are pretty good.
Yeah.
For sure. What's the right condiment for your fries? What do you dip it in?
Ketchup.
Yeah.
Ketchup, ranch.
Yeah.
Ketchup and ranch. So fancy
Or ranch.
sauce. Oh, or ranch.
Now,
Sometimes you mix them together. It's called
Now-
fancy sauce.
Now at
Step
Wendy's,
Brothers.
a lot of people are putting their fries in their frosting.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
that's good.
Yeah, I've done
It
that
is good.
before. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's pretty tasty.
Yep.
Some people use ranch. A lot of people barbecue sauce is my choice. Someone put mayo here. That's if you're sick. You're sick. You're probably a serial killer if you're dipping your fries in mayo. I'm just letting you know. Is
Now,
it
I
true that
had-
cigarettes used to not be behind the counters in stores? It's very true. They used to
Yes.
not be behind the counters in stores. You could, as a matter of fact, you could go into Walmart and right behind the cashiers at the end caps, there'd be one that was cartons of cigarettes you could buy.
Yep.
You could also smoke anywhere you can imagine, almost anywhere. There was almost nowhere you couldn't smoke.
Most restaurants had a smoking
Oh
section.
yeah,
Right.
No, the
I remember
hospital.
that,
You could
yeah.
smoke
I
at the
thought you could
hospital,
smoke inside the hospitals,
on the airplane.
on the airplanes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, that's right. Get on an airplane and be stuck with a bunch of people in a metal tube, lighting up something on fire. That's a great idea, isn't it? I mean, real.
I was about to in Chicago.
Were you?
I wasn't about to care,
I'm
man. That
gonna
was
tell you what, man. Now they, I don't know how it is there in Atlanta. They have one smoking section, and Atlanta is one of the biggest airports in the country.
Yeah.
You have to take a subway, basically,
Right.
a tram, to the other gates, and so it's about a 10-minute ride to get there. Then you have to haul ass to it. You go in this glass box, and everybody's in there smoking. As soon as you open the door, you're like,
Well, I found the new smoking section at the airport.
yeah.
Yeah, they
Which
have the one where they take they have potty rooms for your service dog.
Oh, yeah?
It's outside.
Oh, really?
So you just go like you're taking your dog out.
What, do you just hold an invisible dog or something?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to go check on my service dog. I left it tied up outside. I'll be back in a second. Andy, you dip your fries in mayo? Yeah, you probably are a serial killer. I've been to your place. You might be. I don't know.
That's why he got struck by lightning.
Now,
Yeah.
I had some of the most awesome fries yesterday
From who?
evening. Copper Meal.
Oh, yeah?
I
Where are they
love
at? They're
their
in Conroe?
fries.
No, where are they at?
No, they're in Benton or Bryant,
Oh, that's right. They
right
do-
there by Walmart.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh my God, they got good food.
I haven't had their food yet.
Oh, you gotta go.
I do need to go. I need to go check them out for sure.
I had blackened catfish. First time I've ever had grilled catfish in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah, you liked it?
Oh my God, it was good.
Yeah. A lot of people like catfish. It's fine. Fried catfish is fine to me. I don't
It
mind
wasn't.
it.
I mean, I like fried catfish. That's what
Yeah.
I've always eaten.
Yeah, but it was
And
grilled and
it
you
was
liked
grilled, and I actually liked it.
No, I believe it. If it's done right, I'm sure it's like salmon. A lot of people like that. You know.
I've never had it.
No, it's pretty good. It's really good. Tasha said she loves honey mustard. Denver has a subway. I didn't know that. I had 20 minutes to change flights and ran it. About died. Why didn't you take the subway? Turkey, don't feel bad about that because I remember those people are crazy there. I took the moving sidewalk, and everybody in Denver literally had their suitcase and was running past me on they're running. I'm on this moving sidewalk. They're literally, that's because it's the fittest city in the nation. And I'm like, man, this is ridiculous, man. You people need to meet some gravy and sausage biscuits, bitch.
Right?
'Cause y'all are going too fast around here.
I'll tell you, the one thing that I learned from flying, man, I don't know if it's an American Airlines thing or what, but it seems like they will take anybody and just be like, yeah, it doesn't matter if you need to go on this plane. We just need to pack it out so there's not a seat left anywhere.
They
Just
do
go ahead
like
and
to
sit
pack
down.
it out, don't they?
Man.
Now, how was your setup? Were there 3 people or 2 people in each row?
It was 2 people in each
All
row.
right.
Mine was 3.
So did you, oh, yeah? That's
yeah.
the worst if you get in the middle.
Oh yeah. You can't look out the window, and you can't.
No, all you can
Throw
do is
the
look
guy in
straight
the-
ahead and feel everybody's elbows
No.
pushing on you.
That was on American Airlines. On Southwest, we had the 3 in the row. We had the bigger planes.
Yeah.
But yeah, American, they were just 2 in a row, little
So
jumpers.
did you sit by anybody who, you didn't enjoy or was a problem of it?
He wasn't really a problem. He was just more annoying. But yeah, Chicago to Little Rock. I had gotten on the plane, and I had specifically with Southwest, you don't have an assigned seat. It's
Yeah.
just first come,
Oh,
first
really?
serve. So they load you up by group,
Oh,
and you just
okay.
sit in whatever seat you want to sit in.
That's why you're free to roam about okay.
Right, yeah,
Just
exactly.
sit wherever you want.
So
man.
most everybody, and the plane's not overbooked, so everybody pretty much either does the window seat or the aisle seat.
Right.
I happened to get lucky, and nobody chose the emergency exit row seat.
And that's
I
the
was
one you
like,
want.
I'm gonna take that one.
You're the guy who will do that.
By
You'll
myself,
open the
yeah.
door.
That's the
Now,
picture.
you know you're supposed to help in case of something happens.
I know.
right?
I agreed. They talked to me. I was like, y'all got it. That's why I had the picture that we played in
But
the video.
you
where
won't
I
help
was sitting-
somebody out of a burning house.
Huh?
But you're gonna help somebody out of a
I
burning
mean, all I
plane.
gotta
Come
do
on
is
now.
open the door. Like, I'm gone. If y'all want to follow me, I open the door for you.
Right.
I'm not helping you secure your oxygen mask or anything.
Oh, come
but,
on
hey,
now.
They said, pull the handle down, kick the door open. Okay, I can do
Yeah.
that because I'm saving my ass.
Yeah. By the
you
way,
benefit
grab your seat because it's a flotation.
Right,
device.
exactly. Exactly. If my saving myself happens to help you save yourself,
Yeah, if the
then-
plane starts going down, I'm opening that door as we get, where I can see the ground because I'm jumping out.
Right.
Before the plane hits the ground. I know
Exactly.
that. I'm going to jump out. I'm going to try to land on that door, that door, and skateboard it down the runway.
Absolutely. Why not?
Until I come to, that's in theory, that's my
That's your plan?
action movie hero plan.
There you go.
How I get out of the plane crash,
It
right?
sounds like a good plan.
No, it's a
man.
terrible plan. I'm going to die in a terrible fire. That's what's going to happen.
But so coming back from Chicago, I'd specifically because I hadn't had a window seat the whole entire flight, and so I was looking and I was like, yeah, I'm going to grab this seat. It's a window seat,
Yeah.
and enjoy the ride. So I get on the plane and I'm looking and there was a gentleman who had, I guess, gotten on the plane before me. It was in a higher booking group or whatever. Anyways, so I get to my row and I'm looking at the seat and I said, this is row 14. And he goes, well, that's what I could devise by the 1 and 4 on the side. And I was like,
asshole. You're not going to start with that.
Okay.
I promise you that.
right. And
No, we're
so,
not going to start there.
and so I said, okay, well, if
Sorry,
this
I
is,
didn't think row 14 had penises in it.
right. And so I was like, well, if this is row 14, as you say, then you are in my seat because I'm supposed to have the window seat. That's A. This seat is B. You're in the wrong seat. And he was like, oh, well, do you do we need to trade? Do you want me to move or
What do
anything?
you think, buddy?
And I was like, no, it's cool, man. Go ahead and sit there.
You
know,
just
go
wanted
ahead.
to let him know.
I just
appreciate
fine,
that.
whatever. I'm on now.
No,
like,
I would have
let's
made
go.
him get up.
No,
Right.
no, that was great. Just, pushing it right back down his throat. That's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then we're flying, and then my phone had died on the plane, and I couldn't use it anyways, but I still wanted to charge it. And then I looked down, and the one charging port, number 14 is blah, 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 has the charging
For
port
the
the
whole
whole
time,
entire flight.
yeah.
And
Yeah,
he's
'cause
sitting
his
here
phone
playing.
never charges.
Right. And he's sitting here playing Sudoku on his
God.
phone the whole flight. So, anyways, we finally get done. We land, and just before we're about to take off,
I don't trust someone who plays video games that involve math.
Right. I looked at him and I said,
Now, wait a minute.
I looked at him and I said, I'm so glad. I said, I'm so glad that you're able to devise numbers, and looks like you're great with them because you play Sudoku the whole entire flight. So I get where you recognize all the numbers. Might want to work on your letters some next time for the next
Yeah,
flight,
that's
so you
right.
get in the right seat.
That's correct.
Have a good day.
Later.
See, you're better than I would have been. I'd have made him get up.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, it's funny. Tasha said something about did they have cartons of cigarettes that weren't locked behind the counter?
Tasha, are you needing a cigarette?
No, but listen, let me share this with you, and for anyone who doesn't know, nothing used to be locked behind the counter, and by nothing I mean nothing used to be. For example, you could go to any convenience store, and the naked books, okay,
We're right there.
were right there. Now, some of them would have a brown paper cover over part of the cover. Some of them would not. It depended on what was on the cover and what the station was comfortable with. But no, cigarettes, they were out in the open. Yeah, I mean, all that stuff. There wasn't anything behind glass or counters back then, unless it was a ring at a store.
And the truck stops, all the
Oh God! You
all
can
the
get anything
medicines
there.
are behind the counter now.
Yeah, and that's another thing. None of that used to be behind the counter, and you used to be able to get crazy stuff at the truck stop. To stay awake. Now they don't want you to stay awake anymore,
But
right?
actually, they sell that stuff.
No, they don't sell like they used to.
Not like
Not
they used to.
They ain't no mini thins out there. I'll tell
Yeah.
you that.
They have something called a mini thing.
Yeah, it ain't the same.
It
Those
ain't the
were
same.
pure ephedra.
Yeah.
And it was meth, is what it was.
Yep.
We're selling meth at the convenience store. No, that's kind of what it was. All right, so we've got another interview here lined up, and this is a great one. Now, look, if you are a person, and maybe I never thought about it like this, like in my whole life. Okay, like my experience with wine is I've had some.
Right.
Okay, that's
about mine.
That's my experience with wine. I've had some. Okay, I like red better than I like white. I like less sweet, which is weird because normally I like sweets.
Yeah.
But I like a dry red like a Merlot.
Okay.
That's the kind of wine that if I was going to drink, that's as much
Kinda
as
like
I
your
know about it.
personality.
Yes, very much so. Yes, exactly. No, that's what I know about it. This lady, I met her when I went to the blocks. All right, she was a contestant in my season.
Okay.
And her name's Annie Edgerton, and she had this wine consultation business. And when she told me that, I must have looked like I was crazy because she said, "Yeah, it sounds weird, doesn't it?" I'm like, "It's not. I don't know what it is. What are you consulting?" And I did not realize the value of wines. Like, they're an investment for some people. I knew people had wine cellars, and you have the Dom Perignon or whatever that is, you always see in the movies. But I'm
Right.
like, I didn't realize that it's a much bigger thing than that, and that people invest in it like they do, like cyber coins, like
Really?
Bitcoin.
Okay. I never knew that either.
Yeah, they buy it as an investment. What?
Rich wines every day.
Hey-oh. So listen to this. Her business is really interesting, and she's a really nice person too. Check this out. Really excited here at Patrick and the People to have on Annie Edgerton with Edgerton Wine Appraisals and Consultation. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, Patrick. It's nice to see you again.
It is good to see you again, a fellow contestant on season 22 of The Blocks. Now that has not been released yet, and so we have been sworn to secrecy under threat of death. So we can't really say much about it, but I know that both of us had a great time. How did you enjoy your time on The Blocks?
It was so illuminating. I mean, even from the first 10 minutes, I could tell that I would probably get just as much, if not more, out of meeting and learning from my fellow entrepreneurs than Wes and the mentors. But it was invaluable to me. I walked away with so many actionable things to do, not just for the appraisal business, but for my other pursuits. And I'm still unpacking it all. It was very intense.
It was very intense, and you're right. I did, pick up a lot from, the classwork, so to speak, and the lessons we did were fantastic. But to me, the best commodity of all of it was all the people that you met that become a new network for you, and it's been phenomenal so far.
It really has. I mean, even to join not just the people from our season, but the broader Blocks alumni group is phenomenal. I think one thing that I really enjoyed about being there was being able to be a cheerleader for other entrepreneurs. And now it just feels like I'm part of this giant community where everyone is cheering everyone on with no ulterior motives.
Right. No, it is true that it's an incredible support network, incredible group of individuals who are all trying to, reach those new heights with their business. And that's fantastic, So, well, tell me and tell the folks who are watching more about what you do. What's a wine appraisal? What is that anyway?
Well, it really does fall under the umbrella of personal property appraisal, because I am actually a accredited personal property appraiser, but my specialty is wine and spirits.
So that's not if I go down and buy a bottle of $2 Chuck, that's not the kind of appraisal and investment we're talking about here, right?
I mean, unless you have 1 million bottles of $2 Chuck.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
But yes, it usually involves, the fine and rare wine and spirits category. However, people don't only collect valuable bottles, they also collect the $25 Sancerre that they like to drink. So when I go in to value a client's cellar, I have to spend just as much time valuing a $20 bottle as I do a $2,000 bottle.
Sure.
But it's really, my father created the business in the late 70s, early 80s, because he went into his, not super impressive, but nice wine cellar and said, I wonder if these wines are appreciating the way I hoped they would when I bought them. And there was no, at the time, database. I mean, we didn't even use that word back then, but there was no real database of wine prices where he could easily look up current auction prices.
Right.
So he created one.
That's pretty cool. So he was kind of a pioneer in the industry.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then by having comparable sales, like with art or jewelry or real estate, that's how you appraise the value of something.
Well, I do understand that part, the real estate part of it. I understand well.
Yes.
I guess I've always known that there are rarer wines or valuable wines, but I never would have seen it as a collectible investment until actually, listening to you. That was the first time I'd really even considered that as an option or a notion, but I assume that people who have these nice wine cellars, they already probably have an idea that this is what I'm doing, when you're out looking for a bottle of wine that you're going to invest in for the long term, what are you looking for?
Well, that's a great question. And a lot of what we do when we work with clients on advisory, seller management services and investment advisory. And really, you want to look for wines that have the potential to age for a long period of time. that means that they might not be as accessible younger. They might be a little overly structured because they haven't mellowed with age like we
Right.
all do.
Yes.
Right. So if you get them young and then you hold on to them for a long period of time, wine and spirits, but mostly wine, is subject to kind of an inverse growth because it also, the amount of commodity goes down over time because people drink it.
Sure.
So there's less and less on the market. So hopefully if the wine continues to evolve as expected, it gets better and better, more appealing, and there's less and less of it on the market. When you go to sell it, hopefully you can make some money back. So
but not all wines
traditionally-
are created equally, right? As
No,
far
no,
as
no, no,
wines
not at
that
all.
have shelf lives.
Exactly. I mean, your $2 Chuck for sure is meant to be drunk on Tuesday,
Right.
not 20 years from now. And if many wines, if you keep them too long, they will die. It is kind of a living thing. But if you look at places like Burgundy in France, Barolo in Italy, all the B's, Bordeaux in France, Champagne, some very fine champagnes can age very well. Madeira, which is a lightly sweet, very high acid fortified dessert wine from Portugal. That actually, I have a bottle open in my fridge from 1860, and it's been open for over a year. And Madeira is a zombie wine. You can't kill it.
Wow.
So those are very
It was
valuable.
made in 1860.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about it, every time I take a sip, I don't guzzle it, obviously, but
Right.
when I have a sip, I think back that the people who made that wine, their children and maybe even their grandchildren aren't around anymore.
Well, that's wild to
So
think about.
it's pretty crazy. It always makes me emotional. It's very historic.
That is interesting. So let me ask a dumb question, and that dumb question is, if you want to invest in wine, you probably don't go to the liquor store, I guess. Is that where you would find them, or no?
I agree. And by the way, I always say there are no dumb questions with wine. I've never heard a question that's actually dumb. So
Okay.
I ask away. But yeah, you probably, if you want to get investment quality wines, buying at auction is good. And again, that's frankly where someone like myself can help you determine what in your price point is a wine that will appreciate. And then, is it selling at a good price or not? Yes, you should buy this. But also, for example, I always say collect what you like. If you like a big, bold Napa Cab, you can try to get on the mailing list of the very prestigious wineries and get the opportunity to purchase some of their allocated wine because they don't make very much, which is why it's very expensive and valuable.
Right.
So that's a process too. Sometimes though, you can wait for a decade to get on a list, and the biggest cult, Napa Cab, arguably Screaming Eagle, they closed their mailing list and then they even closed their wait list.
Oh,
So it's
wow.
impossible to get an allocation.
So
if
the
you're not-
only way you would get it is if one showed up at an auction, right?
Yeah, exactly. Or someone gifted it to you. I have one
Right.
client who donates their allocation for, tax purposes. So.
Wow, that's wild. So, what, I assume like baseball cards or any other commodity that you might invest in, that, it's immeasurable how high it can be. But what's the most expensive bottle of wine that you've evaluated?
Probably the most expensive bottle of wine that I've actually done valuation on is also one of the most counterfeited wines.
Oh.
So that's really affected its collectability. But before the modern counterfeiters really got going, the price of the 1945 Chateau Mouton Rothschild back in the day was almost $100,000 a bottle.
A bottle.
A bottle,
Man,
because
it's
it
gotta
was
be really
a very
good.
what?
It's got to be really good.
I mean, the only one I've ever tasted was fake. So
Oh, wow.
and that was pretty good actually. But that was because it was a vintage of the century. It was a perfect growing year, very highly esteemed producer, and that was also the Année de la Victoire, the year that the World War II was celebrated finishing. So a lot of perfect storms, and that's one of the reasons why it was ripe for counterfeiting.
So, number one, I want to circle back to counterfeiting because I'm mind blown on that. But number two is, and well, let me just start now. I guess anything that's valuable ends up being counterfeited at some point. I never would have thought of wine being one of those things, but I guess it is. And there's a big business of that out there, of counterfeiting wine.
Well, yes, there's a couple sides to that coin.
Yeah.
There are actually groups that are maybe nefarious criminal organizations that are actually counterfeiting inexpensive wines.
Oh,
I guess with the mindset that if you counterfeit 1,000 $1 bills, nobody's going to catch it.
right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah, there was some counterfeiters back in the day that did some Jacobs Creek Australian Shiraz, maybe a $10 bottle, and they only caught it when they realized they had misspelled Australia on the back label.
God. Wow,
Yeah.
that's
But
how embarrassing.
if you're a customer and you get a wine like that, and you taste it and you're like, oh, this doesn't taste very good. You didn't spend that much money. You just pour it down the sink.
Right.
You think it's a bad bottle. Now, there are counterfeiters who have been going after fine and rare bottles. And it's interesting. There have been books written about two of the main ones. One has since passed away, and one was caught, tried, convicted, and served jail time.
Wow.
And is now back in the market teaching consumers and collectors how to spot counterfeit wines.
It's like the Leo DiCaprio, the Frank Abagnale of wine. Yeah.
Right.
I got you.
Right, so,
Hey, just giving you a heads up, you got just a little bit of breakup going on. I don't know that there's anything in the world you can do about it, but just giving you that heads up if there were anything that you could adjust. But no big deal if not. It just goes a little bit slow at moments, but no big deal.
All right, you just holler if you need me to repeat anything.
No, you're fine. No, we haven't lost anything. So, listening to you talk about the rare bottle of wine, the one that was counterfeited, which had an extremely long name I cannot recall at the moment. But it sounds like that sometimes the value of the wine isn't just in the taste of the wine or even just the grower, but maybe in a historical aspect plays into it as well. Is that correct?
I would say yes. The collectability of wines does have a lot to do with producer reputation. It has a lot to do with vintage, if it's a stellar vintage or not, which means the wine will have more longevity. But there can be, much like I work with spirits as well. And so a specialized cask collaboration that somebody only makes one cask of, that might also end up being very valuable.
Sure.
So there's a lot of factors that can come together that can drive up the price of wine.
So let me ask this because, I've been a casual wine buyer at times, and, I look on the shelf and I'm like, oh, estate wine, that must be a little better, right? Is it really a little better or not?
Well, the word estate typically infers that the producer has grown their own grapes.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that's not 100% indicative of a head and shoulders better wine, because a good producer who sources grapes from good growers is going to take as much care with those grapes as the ones that were in their backyard.
Okay.
But it is commonly thought that in a way, the smaller the bullseye, meaning that if you get a wine that's labeled France, they can source the grapes from anywhere in France.
Right.
If it then says Burgundy, then that narrows it down to only Burgundy. If it says Côte de Beaune, then it's only from the Côte de Beaune. And then you go into village level, vineyard site, and then sometimes people even talk about a block or a part of a vineyard.
Okay.
So ostensibly that implies that the wine is higher quality because the source area for the grapes is so tiny now. They must be super special.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. So what are, because I know you look at a lot of valuable wine, but you know about all wine. If the casual wine person is going to the store, what are some myths or things to look out for that would help you be a better wine connoisseur?
Well, that's the most common thing I hear when I teach classes is I like wine. I just don't know that much about it. And I get it. Wine is hard. I try to make it fun. And it is baby steps. I think if you can take little baby steps at a time, you can start to open up your experience with wine more exponentially. My biggest takeaway for the casual consumer who goes to the grocery store is just that those large brands that are ubiquitous, that are everywhere, that have names that I don't want to get in trouble for saying, but the ones that you know, if you have to make wine at such high volume to be in every supermarket in the United States and around the world, then that means that you have to source grapes that are not just perfectly ripe, but are underripe or overripe or rotten, and maybe not from the best parcels, but from the not so great parcels.
Right.
And you have to make wine that's consistent year to year so your consumer doesn't get turned off by any differences. So that means there's a lot of manipulation in the winery.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
People say, I get headaches from X or Y. Is that sulfites? And I say 90% or more of quality-minded producers use as minimal sulfites as possible. But these big brands also put a lot of other junk in there to tweak and adjust and judge the wine. So
let me then ask this, because that leads me to my next question, which I had always heard, and I had heard sulfites, but what I'd always heard is, like with the red wines, the tannins were perhaps would generate more of a headache or quote hangover, if you drank too much of it. Are the tannins a factor at all in that, or is it the add-ins?
actually, yes. I mean, yes, the add-ins are not great for you. And sulfites at high levels can be problematic to people who are sensitive, but sulfites technically only really affect like a very small percentage of the population that's actually allergic. And there's many more foods that have more sulfites than wines.
Okay.
So just to clarify that. But you hit the nail on the head with tannins, because these chemical components of wine have a drying sensation. You actually get that when you taste the wine, right? It's some very tannic wine. It feels like somebody just put a sock on your teeth.
That's right.
Yeah, so they help dry you out. That in conjunction with the thing that everybody seems to forget about, which is alcohol,
Yes.
actually dehydrates you, and that is really what can lead to more of a reaction or a hangover.
Okay, so the additional the tannins in addition to the alcohol itself create a dehydration effect. So maybe if you drank a glass of water after each glass of wine, it might be beneficial.
That would be lovely, but I'm a wine professional and I can't even do it. So but I try.
Yeah. So you just got to live with the consequences of your choice, I guess, right?
Absolutely.
If people, because I'm certain that somebody listening, watching, or will catch this later, they may have a cellar. They may have wines that they're like, my dad or my grandfather passed this down. I wonder if it's worth something. Maybe I've got something here. How do they go about getting a hold of you to see about starting a process where they could find a value on something?
That is a great question. And I will say you can reach me directly at my name, edgertonwine@me.com. I'm sure that we can post that somewhere. But
Yes.
It's EDGERTONWINE@me.com. Or you can check out our website at edgertonwineappraisals.com. Even if you Google wine appraiser and you can remember my name, we should be one of the top ones. That's something I'm working on from the blocks, is to make
the
sure it's
SEO.
easy to find us.
Yes.
But a lot of people don't know the word appraiser. So I'm trying to also get expert out there, et cetera, as well.
Right.
But I'm happy to, or you can actually, I just yesterday created an Instagram. So it's Edgerton Wine and Spirits on Instagram, if you'd like to DM me there as well.
Okay.
And we get that a lot. I will say, just a cautionary tale. If grandpa had some wine and it was in your attic for a decade, it will not be good.
No.
I don't care if the wine was $1,000 a bottle, but it has, storage is key.
It's critical to keep it cool and in a cool area.
Yes.
The attic, the heat is going to ruin it, right?
The heat. And people who store nice bottles of wine on a rack over their refrigerator, please stop doing that.
Bad call. Bad call. The
Just put it
refrigerator
in the
puts off
fridge,
heat.
even a red wine. Put it, if it's a very nice bottle
Okay.
that somebody gave you, put it in the fridge. Better too cold than too warm.
Okay, that is a great tip, So if you're really holding on to your wine, either you need to keep it in a cellar or you need somewhere cool to keep it at the minimum.
Exactly. And they make kind of small wine fridges. You can get them on Amazon or at a local, appliance store. They make small 12 or 18 bottle fridges that are very, subtle, that you can keep it right at the proper temperature of 55 to 57 degrees Fahrenheit. And then you don't have to worry about it.
Annie, let me ask you one more question here. And that question is, you walk in a store and you see a million wines, and my wife picks wines like horses. The name, it's all in the name, right? But if you walk into a store and you've got all these wines, it can be overwhelming, and maybe you want to get a good bottle of wine, but you don't even know what you're looking at. Could you just, throw out a name or two or something that somebody might walk into a store and go, yeah, I know because Annie said this is a good quality wine to check out and try.
Patrick, I wish it was that easy, because it also, you have to take into account your personal preferences. One of the reasons there's so many wines is there's so many grape varieties grown in so many regions. What I would say is two things. If you go into a store, and it's a kind of store that you can tell the people working there know a little bit about wine.
Right.
I recommend saying to them, you don't have to use whiny words, but if you say to them, you just describe the vibe you want, right?
Okay.
I want a bold wine. I'm having this for dinner, and I want to spend around $20 or $40 or whatever your price point is.
Okay.
A good merchant, or even similarly in a restaurant, a good sommelier should be able to ask you a few questions and steer you towards something that over delivers for the price. That's what I love.
I said one more question, and then you said that, and I have one more question.
Ask away.
And this is going to be probably the most controversial question I ask you, I'm sure. But
Bring it.
there has been a lot of, I would say over the past few years, a talk of whether a sommelier is real or not real. Meaning, are they really what they're purported to be? Now, I do understand you can be knowledgeable about where wines come from or things like that, but are they some kind of superhero of wine people? Is it legitimate or is it not?
Yes and no. Anyone who works in service of wine is technically a sommelier.
Oh.
So anyone, even if they know nothing about wine, but if you order wine from them and they pour it for you, that's the job they're doing. They are the wine steward, and that's really what that means.
Oh.
However, there are highly educated, very experienced wine. I mean, I'm a certified sommelier, so I actually have a certificate from the Court of Master Sommeliers that I've tested at, and they have said I've demonstrated my knowledge sufficiently. Right. And then there are people who go all the way to master sommelier, who are 20 times more rigorously graded, shall we say. Mm-hmm. Sometimes high-level sommeliers aren't the best at talking to customers, but usually they should be. If it's a dedicated wine team, a dedicated sommelier, not just someone who's doing 85 things, but who specializes in wine.
Sure.
They should have the skills to talk to you and pair you with a wine that you will like at the price point you want.
And that's really what their mission is, right?
Yes, should be. Absolutely.
Okay. Man, that is outstanding. Is there any question or anything you want to share that I haven't asked and I should?
I don't really, I could talk about wine all day. It's my favorite thing. So besides doing the appraisal, besides appraisals and consultation, I also work as a wine educator and a writer. So if people are interested in that side, my brand name there is Wine Minx, M-I-N-X.
Oh.
And you can find me online at Wine Minx Annie. I make t-shirts like the Barbaresco shirt I'm wearing now. I teach classes, and I really just want to connect with passionate winos of all levels and help them become more adventurous and more confident.
So it's Wine Minx Annie.
Correct.
Is that right?
Minx Annie.
Do you have you launched a TikTok for that yet?
I do, and I admit I'm so bad at social media because I want to connect with people in person.
Sure,
but I
get
understand it's a beast there, and I do have content on TikTok is also Wine Minx Annie. Facebook is Wine Minx. Just look for the wine and the minx, and you will find me. And I do have a lot of tidbits of education and tips and tricks on all of the socials.
So if people want to learn more and start, trying to determine, do I really want to get into this? Is this something for me? Then following you and learning some of that may be helpful.
Absolutely.
That's
what
great.
I'm here for.
Well, that is awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking time to come in today and share that with us. I'm sure a lot of people are going to be intrigued and go visit the Wine Minx Annie and check out Edgerton Wine Appraisals online. And man, I'm so thankful to have shared the Blocks journey with you and to have gotten to meet you and to have this time with you as well.
Well, thank you, Patrick, for having me. It was also really lovely meeting you and getting to cross paths with you at the Blocks. And I wish you all of the success with your fantastic entrepreneurial dominance as well. And thank you for having me.
You bet. Have a great week, okay?
Thanks, son.
All right. That's right, my entrepreneurial dominance. That's what we're talking about here. Lots of great comments, and appreciate all of you on that. Joel said, can you use blackberries to ferment and make wine? Yeah, I've heard of blackberry wine, so I'm certain that
it's really good.
Yeah, I've not had it, but I have heard of it. What else do we have on here? That I saw a couple of things that people were saying.
Tactical had said something about he's been so sick on $3 gas station muscadine wine.
Oh yeah, muscadine wine. Yeah, that'll do it. Tasha said, worst hangover of my life off wine. Yeah. Especially if it's a red wine, those tannins just dehydrate you. That's what we were talking about. The drier the wine, the more red, the more likely you'll get a hangover. That's why a lot of people like white wine, but I don't like the flavor of it as much. You got a new tattoo, Wendy.
Yes, I did.
From an ink master. From someone on. Well, let me see here. I'll try to. This is an unscheduled Zoom. There you go. Hold on here. I'll let you kind of get it right. There you go. Look at you.
There you go.
Yeah. Still can't identify. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that's a good looking tat right there that you got. Now, it's one of the ink masters. You said they were doing a big tattoo expo or something.
They
the
were
ink
doing
masters were there.
a tattoo expo in Amarillo, Texas.
Yeah.
It was really zoomed in on me there, man.
It was. I was having a good time with it.
I was sitting here watching because I'm trying to figure out where I don't know. Brandon took away our comments, so.
Okay. Well,
okay. We're going with that now.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on.
What is going on today?
I have no idea, but it's all right. We're going to survive it.
So you got the tattoo from an ink master?
Yes.
Okay. He competed in the show, and I actually got two tattoos.
But she can't show you.
And she hasn't gotten me one.
She showed it to us, but it's in a no-no spot, so you can't see it. No, I'm kidding.
It's on my shoulder.
It's just on her shoulder.
Latasha says she loves it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
No, it's nice. She said she's going to get another tattoo of a dove right there with it, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right here in the blank spot, I'm getting a dove. That was my mother's nickname.
Oh, okay.
That's cool. That's a cool nickname. All right. Rich, is there anything that you need to promote or whatever?
Oh, man.
Don't
always,
run away yet. Don't run away yet.
Don't
I got
run away
something
yet.
for you.
This Saturday, Wise Guys back at home
Yes.
against the St. Joseph Goats.
They took an L.
Yeah.
And so they really need this game to get back into the playoff standings where they want to be.
Right. Yeah.
So it'd be very helpful to have everybody support, come out, cheer them on, rally them, right?
Absolutely. Come on out. It's going to be a good time for sure.
Now, normally, if I have a new song to debut, I usually will do it right off the bat. But this one, I didn't because I'm giving you a language warning on it, and I wanted to wait till the end of the show because it's going to have language in it. And it's really that simple.
If we get canceled, at least we made it through the show. Right?
But it's a good one. It's, yeah, there it is.
Do you need your glasses?
It wouldn't help, to be honest with you. But anyway, I wanted to do kind of another, like I did the PATP song, one that has like the It's early. Shit, it's early.
Okay, yeah.
That kind of dubstep thing. So I wanted one that was a real true dubstep song that wasn't a morning, get up morning show opening or something, just real one. And so here's number one warning. It's got language. Number two warning is if you've got subwoofers, I made this song to push a subwoofer. So just know that you may need to adjust your volume to not blow your speakers out, all right? So let me say, here we go. And check this out. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. See, all that lead up and it didn't play. Oh, that's trash. I did something wrong. So,
this is what happens when you try to do it
song,
yourself.
Damn it. No song. Here, we'll end on some kind of song.
Next time, just
say the Dorito song.
Man, you love that.
I love that song.
Damn it. All right, I'll do that here. For you. Only for you. We're out.
The big game is on tonight. I got it in some parlays. The 75-inch is shining bright. Got a blizzy in the ashtray. Getting snacks, about to finish. I hear him start the anthem. Gotta hurry, I can't miss this. But then here comes my tantrum. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. I don't know if it was my wife or my daughter or my son. How can this even be my life? What the hell have I done? Well, I don't give a damn who done it. They're gonna catch a fresh one. Somebody better haul ass and run it and go give me a new one. Who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag. Not a damn person in the place. By God, it's only me. Just wanna put the smack on one face. But who knows, maybe three. I'll have to go toasted O's and ranch. Game's already started. I swear to God I'll never answer when they ask who farted. Oh, who the fuck ate my Doritos? Just day before I got the big bag. Nothing here but Tostitos. We got ourselves a real scumbag.
All right, everybody. Don't forget, I'm hosting at the Looney Bin Wednesday. Out.